What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Line the Stars, and chat has already gone off the rails. Before we started,
It's really
actually,
it's really gone bad.
before it even started,
A little
we
snag in my holes. Wait a minute, what? What?
True story. It's a true story.
That's gross.
Oh man! So here we are. Todd is here, hanging out in the background, orchestrating some of this madness. Hi, Todd. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Kind of a busy day, busy week, but here we are again, and I think we're here at the very end. And so Todd is going to share some of the madness because yeah, like ew. We're smelly belly buttons, and yes, Ken, doctor, if it smells like Cheerios, Cheetos, and maple syrup, you might want to get that checked. Jody's here. Hey, Jody, how are you? Dawn's here. Hey, Dawn. Good afternoon. Good evening. Oh God. Ew. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's fine. What's up, Chase? How's it going? Welcome. Oh, Trent's here. Yes, Ken absolutely put a smile on the face. It's it's funny. It's like, will the button get pressed during the intro? Will it just be a natural thing? Hey, Jason, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, like, will it just completely divulge into madness right away? And today it does, and it's kind of fitting. This week has seen, I don't know, like the Enterprise getting finished last week, as you can see. Back there. The camera, of course, is blowing it out, but the Enterprise is powered up. I need to do a little bit of light blocking still, but that's done. Having started on the Reliant build, if you guys haven't seen that episode, it dropped on Sunday, the buddy build with Ken. And, between all of that, like, I've been kind of working towards finishing a couple models, and this project has been drawn out longer than I was hoping it would be. I still really haven't heard from Green Strawberry in the last week and a half, especially since I gave them the revised instructions on this. So, anybody who's waiting for stuff from Green Strawberry will know that it can be a little tough. Also, as well, the last stream last week, Todd's like, hey, what's your camera setup look like? And I showed him. He puked in his mouth and decided to. I was thinking about this, my dude, and yeah, like outside of like a girlfriend or a partner or something like that, I don't think anybody, can between the two of you guys, like I don't think anybody has ever been so generous with me, and I'm grateful. I really am. Like it's kind of amazing to me that there is this fast focusing camera that if it just like, oh look, it focuses. Oh look, it focuses. Oh look, it focuses. Oh look, it focuses, and then it focuses. Oh my god. Um Todd, we did a like when Ken and I were recording one of our segments for our buddy build. I did an unboxing, and I'll just go ahead and switch. Which camera is this one? Is it this one? Yeah, it is. I've added a couple cameras into the mix, but the camera that you're seeing on the overhead is a ZV-1, and Todd was incredibly generous in giving this amazing camera to me, and I'm just incredibly grateful. Thank you, sir. Like it's
You deserve
amazing. Well, thank you. It's incredibly generous. Like I can't even quantify it. The video quality is quite amazing. Now, this is the camera that I was using to stream from. It was okay. It worked, but the problem is it's kind of like its focusing really sucks, and it'll go in and out constantly. Um, well, thank you. That's
Ken's got it.
really kind of you to say. Well, thank you. That's really kind to say. And I will say that the proper tools and equipment there is like what's required in order to be, I think, if you're really handy, like people like Jody, who's really handy with all of the things, and you're able to scratch build. But for me, who's not so good at that thing, I need good equipment to be able to build things properly. And that includes, if you want to be a proper YouTuber, having proper video equipment. So thank you again. So it's been kind of a like, and it's not just the camera, like it was the cables that go along with the camera, a proper powered USB hub because my computer situation sucks. So like a lot of different little things, and I'm seeing that this camera like is having a little bit of a line going across it. So I'll just go ahead and get off that one for right now. But
All
yeah,
that color in your room, you're like one ring light away from it. On only feet account.
I know. Behind look, man, if it generates money, like I'll shake it. I don't care. Um, yeah, I've got one of those like the behind the screen, behind the monitor lights. And if I actually plug in, I got a little camera, and it'll watch the screen, and the LEDs behind will change color based on what's going on the screen. But I ain't got time for that. So yeah, there's a lot of pink and purple lights up in this room. That's for sure. Well, they're not pink, they're purple and blue, but it kind of creates a pink hue. But yeah. Wow, Ken, thank you. I just saw that comment. I just happened to look over. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of surprising myself with that one. Just
I think it
being
qualifies
real.
for Dockyards. You should maybe show it off.
Why not?
If people haven't seen any of the bodybuilding
the
stuff.
perfect grade streams. Yeah, absolutely. So I have the Falcon here, and I'm getting really, really, really close to finishing up here. I am in the weathering phase. So let's go ahead and get the Star Destroyer out here, and well, just get out of frame there. So here we are, and I've been really working on getting all of the oils, and rust, and dirt, and all the streaking and all that. Hey, Andrew, welcome. Yeah, I've been really getting a lot of work done, and I'm getting really close to getting done. There's just a lot of oil work, and let me slide this around. Whoop, up and into the camera and out.
Proper dirty.
It does. And what's funny is like sometimes I'm like, ooh, the Star Trek fan in me is like, oh no, it's so dirty.
But if you get enough done on your destroyer, maybe we can play that multi-layer blast mark.
Yeah. Hey, I would love that.
I think there's a big one on the bottom, isn't there? And we can practice with it.
There is a big one, I think. Yeah, there's actually a big there's one down on the bottom. Whoa. face camera decided to pop out of focus there. I apologize. I don't know what's going on there. By face. I'm going to go ahead and take that off for a second until it pops back into view because that was awful. But yeah, there is a
witness protection program.
Right. I don't know. That's the CX405. And for whatever reason,
Ken says that should be in a magazine.
Oh, thank you. God. There it is. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like so interesting. Like starting this a year ago, like in the assembly, and then finally like doing actual weathering. This is the most that I've done ever on anything. I did a little bit on Fet's Vet, the Slave one, the one that I brought to Wonderfest. I did a little bit on that, but not too much. But yeah, this has turned out really well. I need to do the trench, so I haven't weathered inside the trench here. I've done a little bit on the docking port with a little bit of rust. But I need to get the trenches taken care of. But I did get this one side done yesterday.
Jay says you've never looked better.
Oh, thank you.
When
you go blurry, you know, I agree completely. You know, I've always said I've got a face for radio. So, but yeah, just all the rust has been kind of put in there. I need to get some of the other colors. I got some blacks and whites and different things here and there, but down along the edge. And then last night I was playing a little bit with the lighting, and I think actually, I got another camera over here. I hooked up one of the old ones here.
Howard says, "Where's Jordan's super chat? I can't super chat. Anyone here? He did it for Wayne today and took him off guard. He was lost not once but twice. I seem to have that effect on people." And Jody says,
"So
he needs 500 subscribers."
I need 500. Yep. So I'm at so I picked up like
436.
436. Yeah, I picked up.
Yes. So everybody call your 70 friends and have them sub to his channel so he can have super chats.
That's right. Did we get was playing around with a little bit with the
Jody, that's where people can basically donate to the channel through the chat.
Howard, I guess if you want to, like, please, you don't have to. You could buy me a coffee if you'd like. It's buymeacoffee.com/aligning the stars, all one word, I believe.
Oh, it's not in your description. It should be in the video description.
I stopped doing it a while ago because I don't know. I just kind of didn't. So yeah, I should. You're right. So I got the mandible lights in there, and then one of the lights still works on the inside. I kind of crushed the fiber optic on the inside of that one, so the inner light doesn't work, but where it's sitting kind of works out nicely though. And then the cockpit, only one of the lights still work, like the
oh god, no.
Yeah, the Bandai lighting, it was not the greatest. And so the only one of the cockpit lights now work. But yeah, overall, I'm really pleased. This model's turned out really good. And what Todd was talking about specifically is like putting like layers into the damage here. So like
oh, he's frozen. Uh-oh. He froze. Where'd he go?
Oh!
You okay?
Am I back? Am I there?
Oh, there you go. Wow.
So it's the cameras probably aren't picking up, but it's snowing and I don't know. I'm hardwired. I don't know. I think I need to get a one of those Ubiquity setups. Like I need to think about that.
God,
so
it almost feels like you have like that building's on microwave or something. Like every time there's something in the air like rain or snow, you lose signal or something. It's very strange.
So I do have a cell phone tower right outside, like right there. It is light right there. So I don't know.
I don't know.
And it's an AT&T. And yeah, sucks. And I'm hardwired to the internet. I'm getting like 1.4 down. Me too. That's strange. Me too. That's also strange. Yes. Not all of my friends, but most of my friends. I'm not gonna. I'll be. I have been slowly but steadily moving up. I picked up 6 subscribers in like the last 3 days for whatever reason. I also haven't been putting out much content lately. The streams have been a majority of it. I finally have like all my models. I finally, except for kit, I got another pack of kit, but without the initial packs that are missing, I can't do anything. But I have everything. I got I guess while I'm sharing what I've done this week. So anyway, here is the perfect grade. It did turn out really well. Very pleased with how that turned out. And then, as my ass crack probably just went on screen, I did get the nacelle mod complete. So I guess I'll power it up. Why not? Why not? I got that done. That episode's going to be coming out tomorrow. And then next week sees the return of the Falcon. Did I see correctly, Todd, that you're missing one of the stages?
Yeah, it was very strange because I got 3 months. You know, they had 2 months that just kept taking forever to show up. It went past 30 days or to reship, and then all of a sudden I got 3 months of the Falcon at once within like 2 days of each other, and
Right.
all the stages are there except for one. I got the magazine, but not the parts. So Dash says use it to get to Wonderfest. They can kick aliens' ass. Triple MJ says, "Oh, it's a Jordan Sickle night." Oh. Hey, Stephen Haynes is here. Well, oh well.
Hey, Stephen.
Oh,
good very late evening to you,
meant
sir.
they kicked Ian's ass, and it says aliens. Ken says, "Did you put the squirrel back on the wheel?"
I don't know.
80 near snow should not affect internet. You know what? When I first started at my job, they had microwave dishes as the links between buildings, and microwave transmissions are absolutely affected by the rain because every time it would rain, the link would go down. So
there it is.
And
then the Bussards.
Looks good. Ken says we have a buddy build force to do content. I'm behind. Everybody saying hi to Steven. Dash says all my friends have subscribed and they're already here, so I guess I can't call anybody to hit them to subscribe. Let's cock my Chinese mouth to friends. There you go.
Yeah, so I got this one done. This is half of one of the very more difficult mods, actually. I think the amount of individual pieces that need to be modded in here is actually kind of insane, I think. You have to do the chiller grills. You have to light block and repaint these. You need to drill out and the inner part of the Bussard collector. You need to also strip paint out of 2 portions of it and then do the frosted lights. You need to strip the paint off of both of the nav lights, replace all of the internal electronics, put a cob on the inside. It's like the amount of work that just went into this is kind of insane. So actually to have one of these done, thanks, Ken. And thank you, Trent. Saw that. To have these done is pretty cool. Like Todd, you did all of the hard work here. Just being able to create this design, and it turned out really good, man. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. So yeah, it's been kind of cool. A lot of cool things have happened over the last week. And the camera still just kind of blows my mind. Thanks, Don. I appreciate that.
Ken says he got all the windows on his Reliant. That's good fun.
I saw that. Dude, I haven't done anything yet. We recorded our segment. So
says,
I'm going to be.
Must have been the PayPal, and he's saying, did he check PayPal? Oh no.
Oh no.
You need to go check your PayPal? Boy.
Howard.
Did he super chat you directly?
Thank you. Wow. Um,
What do you
Howard
do?
just sent a $100 super chat.
Aw. Thanks, Dash.
Dude. Thank you. Jesus. Well, yeah. Wow. Thanks, man. Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm just kind of like a little misty. Thank you. Thank you. Holy crap.
James is here. He says, hope everyone's doing great today. Ready to get back and enjoy the stream. Maybe you learn a thing or two along the way. Let's have some fun.
Welcome, Howard. Oh my God. I will say that it's been like a year. It's been exactly a year since I joined HTM. And the thing that I'm not going to have another one of those streams where I'm just like all about HTM, but I will continue to say it, and I'll say it over and over again. The group of people that have found their way together is pretty special and amazing. Like, I've seen Discords, I've been part of other Discords, and they don't get as much use or as much traction. Like, people, like, we're all kind of aware of each other's lives at this point, and we're all good friends. And so it is one of those things where I just continue to be astounded and amazed at the generosity. And one of these days, like, I got some ideas on how to pay it forward, and whenever I can, I will as well. So thank you. I really appreciate it, Howard, very much. And to all you guys, to everyone who subscribes and watches this weird dude build weird models, and like, for whatever reason, people seem to like me and I'm special, and it's all great. But thank you, I really appreciate it. And I can tell you this, that I did not think that any of this would have been possible a year ago. Like, straight up, none of it. And to be able to be here is pretty freaking awesome. So thank you. Thank you all. Like, holy crap. And Howard, I think if it doesn't arrive on Saturday, it's going to be here on Monday. Stage 32 for the Falcon will be shipped your way very soon. So it actually says it's being shipped out and lots of people have gotten it. So yeah, well, awesome. Thank you. You derailed the stream. I hope you're happy. So no, my God. Very cool. Well, thank you. Thank you. Glad you guys seem to enjoy the stuff that I do. So that's awesome. Thank you. Where was I? Oh yeah. We're building a model today. I said kick Ian's ass for me, do it for the community. Oh, I will. Like, there's a chance that I'm going to see Ian in person twice this year, and he's not going to forget either time. He's not going to forget either time. I'm not farting in a jar for the next 6 months and bringing it with me to Wonderfest.
Wow.
It is something that we did to my best friend's dad growing up as a little side thing. My best friend and I farted into a soda bottle for like, I can't believe we've been saying this live on the internet. We farted into like a soda bottle for like a week, and then we waved it under his dad's nose, and he literally puked. Yes, Andrew, it does completely throw me off. Like, I just don't even. What's funny is, like, the whole idea with starting this channel was to just share an opinion about Star Trek and Star Wars. And when I started building models, it was just to share builds of Star Wars and Star Trek. I'm not trying to make money off of YouTube or anything like that. I had goals in the beginning, but really my goal is just to keep sharing all the stuff with you so I can continue to grow and get better at doing these things, and so like it is interesting, like when you start to see some of those things kind of pop in here and there. Like I don't even know, like I've kind of run out of words to say. So yeah, anyway, yeah, just thank you. It does just completely just blow my mind. So it does throw me off. I can only imagine, like, Todd wanted to wait on for the stream last night for me to unpackage the camera and all that, but we were all, like I said, hanging out on Monday, and it was another one of those moments where I'm just like, what? It was kind of a mind blowing moment, and it just it continued to have those, and like what's happened with what Ian set up for Donnie. Donnie has been wanting a 3D printer, and so Howard, again, like, you're a freaking hero, man. What you do for this community, what you do for us. Oh, see, Jody,
Welcome
that's
to
the thing.
TM, Jody.
There it goes. I saw that night. I knew something was going to happen. So, yeah, look, man, like, that's the thing. Like, it's this community is pretty freaking awesome. And having scratch builders around, like, it gets me thinking. And just this community, like, we're all different facets from all different parts of this world. And, to be able to kind of share it all together is pretty damn cool. So, thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, after getting completely derailed for a little bit, Howard, once again, thank you. Amazing human being. Um, I heard the text, or I heard my notification and then my email sound because it comes through Outlook. And I'm like, that's usually those two only go side and side with like PayPal. And I'm like, did I just pay for a fan home thing I wasn't expecting to pay for? Which can happen. But no, it was you. So thank you. Um, on that front, I'm going to go ahead and so if you guys didn't see last week, I do want to show off the that I got the board working for this model. I was able to actually figure out without their assistance, without Green Strawberry's assistance. Uh, I guess kind of like I watched the video that we shared 2 weeks ago on stream. I watched it over and over and over again, and I kept like trying to figure out what the difference was. And so, let's go ahead and kill the overhead here, and I'll turn on the side camera over here. Now it's not quite dark enough yet for true cinematic lighting. It's still fairly early in the day here, but what I did notice was the switch on the video was basically always in the high position. So basically, the momentary touch turns it to low instead of high, which is the natural setting. There's nowhere in the instructions that had any of that. And so I was like, okay, well, let's try that wiring setup that we saw that we basically set up, and get it wired up properly with the switch being like soldering the A jumper on the touch switch itself. And I actually went back to the original board. So I did kind of a hack job. Andrew, you did mention on stream um, once that doing really, really important work on stream was kind of like not such the greatest idea. And you're right. So soldering this board took me a couple of hours just by itself, getting this thing resoldered together because I did cut most of the wires. So I had to unsolder the wire, resolder the wire, but I did a much better job of soldering the original board up. And so for this, when we do power it up, what you will see is the model itself there's going to be 3 light sections. I will turn the model and I will show you the docking clamp or the docking bay powering up. And then I'll switch cameras. So I'm going to go ahead and activate that camera already. Did it activate? No, it did not. Okay, now it's active. All right. So, and then I'll show you what the engine startup sequence looks like. And I may have to restart it after a second. But when you press the button, You'll see it power on. And then we'll see the docking bay lighting up. And then we'll switch over to the jeez. There we go. So then the startup sequence with the engines. And then they'll steady out, and then the hyperdrive engines will come on after a couple seconds of them steadying. And then they'll flash on, stay on for about 10 seconds or so. And then they will turn off. And every 30 to 45 seconds, I actually haven't counted, but every so often, the hyperdrive engines will just randomly turn off and then turn back on. And that's pretty much the whole sequence. And so now what we were seeing when the model was powering up and it was just going through all the whole blinking sequence, what we're going to do is I'm going to hold the button now for about a couple of seconds, and then what it's doing is it's going to go into not a demo mode, but this is supposed to replicate all of the engine set or all of the, like, it's a damage. So it's like the lights are blinking on and off in the ship, and if we look over here, the engines are going to be kind of turning on and off, and nothing's quite working right. And that's pretty much all it does. So I figured it out, which is pretty cool. I was pretty pleased. And all you got to do to turn this off, I believe, is hold it down again. And then it shuts down. Nope, still doing it. So let's find out. Hold it down. Or just press it. I'm not sure. We're experimenting. Oh, that just turned it off. So perfect. So the next press will turn it off. Press it again. And we'll go through its power up sequence. And then we'll show the startup sequence for the engines.
You know, I'm a member of a couple different other Discords. So I posted your channel in there. So let's see if we can get you to 500.
You rock, dude. You rock. Once again, like it's there are certain benefits that are available once you get to certain thresholds, and that would be pretty damn cool. So thank you, Todd. I appreciate that. So yeah, like I actually got this thing figured out for the most part, and so pretty pleased overall with the build itself. Learning. Let's go ahead and just switch back up to the top camera. Switch that one off. There we go. And we'll go ahead and kick back on the overhead lights. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and power it down because we need to actually do some spraying and do some building on it. So it's all powered down. Let's see here. So the one, what's that? Bane.
And it goes all off.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like,
seems the counter go up a little bit. Oh,
okay. Well, I like it. Heck yeah. But yeah, so what I got done is we figured out a couple streams ago that we can actually thin down the oils enough to be able to spray it through an airbrush. And so what I did was go through basically here, and it's basically a much more condensed and less intense version of what I'm doing with the Millennium Falcon. But where I'm focusing on is getting a lot of my oils into the side bits to create the sense of shadow, even when there's light directly hitting it. Because once again, the paint on this is more like a studio effect. So we're trying to create shadows where none really existed. Or not where none existed, but were kind of hard to create. And so we got oils in along the trenches. I need to get some oil, or I need to get a brush through here and clean up a little bit. I forgot to take the oil down. I'm hoping that it hasn't fully set. We'll see. But some of the lights through here are a little dimmer. I think that we should be able to take care of that. But what I need to do next is get the bottom taken care of. So what I did do on stream last time was I took just some of my oil or some of my thinner, and I just put it on a towel, and I went ahead and just pulled down everything that I had like brushed in last time. Now, one of the things that I want to do here is basically, now that I know that this entire thing works, I want to get this unplugged right now, and I want to get all of the wires kind of bundled up and put into a tight little knot so that nothing's in the way. And then what I want to do tonight is I just want to go ahead and get this sprayed down with the airbrush again. I think I want to try putting it through the Awada. Like, so I'm ready to go for that. We'll see how that goes. The MadWorks, my MadWorks airbrush, I will say that it's really, I feel spoiled having the Awada, which is another one of those amazing gifts from Todd, because cleaning this thing, the MadWorks, is a pain in the ass. What I really like about the Awadas is the fact that there's no travel stop on the back, and so you're able to just go full bore. And so when you're cleaning it, when you have it inside your cleaning pot, you can just pull back and it will empty out the pot. Whereas this thing takes like 9 years, I swear to God, to run any cleaner through it. And I swear this was a gift from Ian. And not a knock on Ian, but I think he gave me a dirty airbrush that had been dirty for a long time. And so it's never quite worked right. And I probably put way too many metallics and way too many primers and way too much clear coat through here to like, so we're going to go ahead and thin down. Oh God, I don't know what's going on with this camera. So I'm just going to go ahead.
FBI.
Probably. I don't know. I think based on what I'm seeing on the screen, holy shit.
I just checked. It was up to 451. So.
What?
It's a big model for
What? That's nuts. Oh my God, dude. Thank you. I don't even know. Like, Jesus. I'm just all right. So where was I? Yes, I'm gonna use the Awada to wow, it's crazy. To spray it so it's a little bit easier to clean, and I'm able to get a little bit more control. I know that there are some other types of airbrushes out there, but I really think that the Awada is the one that I like the most. Just being able to go from like pinpoint to full bore with just one pull is pretty amazing to me. So we'll be spraying that down with some oil, rubbing it off, not out.
What?
And what? I don't know what you're talking about. I think what the camera is seeing is like, I think it's trying to focus on the Enterprise back here. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and just turn that off, which is also pretty badass, by the way. The fact that you just touch the top of the screen and it turns off, I just still freaking love that. But I want to go ahead and get that sprayed down, wiped off, and then we'll, as Todd and I were talking a little bit before the stream, I'd like to go ahead and get a few like yellows and other colors in there to kind of bring the model a little bit more to life. Because my goal tonight is to basically get this thing, like this portion of it, all I want to do is I want to finish painting the inside of the landing bay. I'm looking right now for an STL file for a 2700 scale Tantive 4 and a 2700 scale Millennium Falcon, so I can do like have the Tantive 4 in here and then put the Millennium Falcon right back here, right over that fingerprint that I have right in the paint. So I just kind of want to put that there to cover that bad boy up. But yeah, so I kind of want to work on those a couple things here and there, but I basically want to finish up the principal build on this one right now. So that's the name of my game for tonight. So And then for the weekend, what needs to happen now that this is complete, I want to paint my base. And so there's a lot of overspray on it right now. But what I'm going to do is my idea is I kind of want to do an imperial style base. Um, so I'm going to prime it, and then I want to do either a gloss or a flat black. I'm not quite sure. And then I want to pinstripe some white lines around the outside here. And then basically I want to install a toggle power switch right here, and then put the touchpads somewhere nearby, like probably over in this corner or something like that. So the power switch for the model goes right there, and then the touch switch over here activates it. And then just kind of put some Imperial style paint on there. So that's kind of the idea for the rest of that. Welcome, Paul. Morning. Yeah, you're saying morning, not like an Australian morning. It is a 12 a.m. morning sort of thing right now. So thank you for joining me. You and Stephen Haynes are insane. So I really appreciate you. Stephen Haynes insane. So anyway, now that I'm done being a goon, I'm going to go ahead and start unplugging this and getting all of this all bundled up here real fast. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn that. And what I did, I'll show after I get all this unplugged. I just have these done in 1.25 millimeter JSTs. What I've done is created a little trench inside of here. I think I need to finish cutting. No, it's over on this side, excuse me. And what I need to do is take some styrene, and I'm going to cut some styrene out to cover up either one of these ends. So let me finish doing what I'm doing. Getting ahead of myself. There we go. So get that board out of the way. I no longer want to destroy that thing. What I have done is I went through and used the Sonic Saber and cut out the trench for all the wires to run down. And so that matches up right here. And then those wires are going to run down and through into the base. And then the control board is going to be going right here. The switch is going to run through this spot. And then basically I'm going to put the touchpad probably over in this area. So yeah, all I got to do is just really get this primed and then kind of do my paint design. So I'm going to take it to work and get it primed and probably just rail can paint it gloss black. So I guess that's the question for the community, for chat. What do you guys think? To do an Imperial style base, and Todd, please like chime in. What do you think? Like, should it be a gloss black or should it be a flat black? Oh, thanks, Alec. Welcome. So gloss black or flat black?
Ooh, I feel like I'm thinking of Darth Vader's head, so I feel like gloss black. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
wasn't the Black TIE Fighter also glossy?
it was, along with a lot of like their armor was glossy. I think of like TIE Interceptor pilots; they had really glossy armor.
Well, the black
TIE
panels
pilots,
inside of like the Death Star and things, like everything was just glossy. I don't think there was a lot
right?
of feels like things were glossy.
And they're all primary colors as well. So black, white, red, blue. And so I just kind of want to give that impression of that it's like almost like a console that the model is attached to. And then I'm going to use, which I've also been figuring out how to do. So a little bit behind the scenes, I'm trying to be a little bit more organized. I'm trying to get to working on my website again. I need to, like, I actually have a new WordPress overlay that I want to try. So I'll let you know what that one is as soon as I can figure out where I put it, or the name of it. But I've been like kind of trying to spend some time over the week doing various things for the channel. Everything about the Empire is glossy. Thank you. Yes, Andrew. Even Andrew knows. Come on now. Jordan, you should know better. Alex says, I think gloss looked really good with lights on the destroyer shining down onto it. Ooh. A Starry Space look? that's an interesting idea, but I do like the idea of like the lights of the destroyer shining down on it, especially from that landing bay, which would be really cool. Um, but just kind of spending a little bit of time learning how to do some things. And with the vinyl cutter, I want to put some like writing in Arabic right there, or something like that, which is the language in Star Wars. So got a couple ideas for that, but that's after this is done. Like once this is basically done, the base is going to be done, and then whatever tiny little bit of painting needs to be done on the inside of the landing bay here. So I'll get this back in the screen. But basically, whatever detail painting needs to be done in there, that's pretty much well it. And then it's just going to be a lot of editing. I started working on the video. So the project itself is just like they don't care about any of the build. They don't care about any of this painting. They don't care about anything other than the wiring and how all of their stuff goes into play. So I've got about 39 gigs of video that I've taken of the build over time. So I just have to put together, like I put together the narrative for it. I already have that ready to go. I have like 2 more segments to record. I need to record the final video of it. And then they've asked for some professional photos. And one of my employees is a photographer. So I'm going to be having her take care of it. And then this project's pretty much well done, but there's not going to be any video series. I've got enough stuff though that I could probably put together maybe a couple of videos for it, or maybe just one video on the build itself. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to do for this. So it's fairly simple, straightforward. This build has been anything but that, however, as we've been trying to just basically get this electronics all figured out. I really wish that Green Strawberry was a little bit more, dare I say it, responsive. And I really just got to be honest, and I've said it a couple times, they need to stick to what they're good at, and that's resin parts and photo etch. We just stay away from just stay away from electronics unless you know what you're doing. Just saying. So yeah.
I'm looking at pictures that other people have taken of the original model built by Magicam way back from 1980 for Empire.
Yeah.
And there's no yellow, so I'm wondering if that was the film on that picture I found.
Oh.
I mean, it's basically
Interesting.
all just concrete looking.
Ken, hey, that female photographer friend, is she subscribed to your channel?
Is she watching right now?
No, she's currently at work right now and managing my restaurant for me. She was actually, when she was our server that night that you came in, Hannah. So yeah, she's a as is with most people that work in restaurants, basically a professional in another thing with a degree that does restaurant work. So oh no, you have to delete every video to be able to make the next one. They only exist on YouTube now. That's, I would always try to find a way of saving some of them if possible. You can find some pretty decent, like this one right here is one of my last hard drives. This is a terabyte. This is like $30. So try to save them, because you never know. YouTube may not always exist. The internet could go down. Like, you never know. So yeah, that sucks.
Should you have this or not? But does your destroyer have mini ties in that bay, or the very ship we ever see in Star Wars? Oh,
I see. I get the question. So what it does have is this.
Don.
Dad. Dad. He's always out there trolling. Old dirty Ken, they call him. But this is the arm that held the TNT5 and actually gets installed right here. Set this up just like that. So it sits in place just like that with the lights kind of surrounding it on either side. Um, I think there's some STLs of the TNT4 or 5 or 4. I think it's the TNT4. Um, there are some STL files. I just got to get them scaled, and printing is something that I'm still. It is always a struggle to get a print done. I'll just say that it is always a struggle. I don't know why, but hey, like at least I can print. That's all I got to say. But yeah, so that's
You could hang the blockade runner. You could hang it by a little piece of fiber,
oh yeah,
and that way, like the thinnest fiber you have, that way it's almost invisible. But fiber, unlike string or anything else, won't twist, so you can keep it centered.
keep it centered right.
Yeah, like if you use like fishing line or something, it could sway in the wind, but fiber won't twist, right? So if you use a little piece of fiber, you could hang it like it's getting sucked up in there, and maybe that would look good. I don't know. Ken
That
says, nope, just making sure Jordan's friends are subscribed to his channel so he can super chat. Oh, by the way, you're up to 460. I wonder if
that's
we can break
nuts.
if we can break 500 on your stream tonight. That would be pretty epic.
Oh my god, that would be so crazy. And I have all the metrics. Like I have enough. Like if I were to hit 1,000, I could also monetize there as well.
That's monetary,
Um,
but 500 you get the community mode, right? Which is super chats
yep,
and stuff like
and
that.
memberships and yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I've got I'm not going to dig down the YouTube analytics thing, but the two thresholds. You have the 3,000 hours and 500 subscribers, and then 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers for the two thresholds for monetization. I have 4,400 hours worth of watch time over the last year, and it continues to actually grow a little bit, which is kind of surprising me because I've passed. Like my channel really performed well in the first couple of months as YouTube was trying to figure me out. And I got a lot of subscribers right at the very beginning, tons of watch time, and then it just kind of dropped. And I've been just kind of steady ever since. But for the last couple of months, I've been really focusing on watch time and quality of content and all of that. That's why, like, the camera, like the camera for me matters so much. Like, that's such a huge deal for me because all the little bits, like if you can get good video and good audio and all those little things, like it all helps. And so I've hit those metrics. And so to be able to do that tonight would be insane. Like the fact that like 25, that's 25 subscribers, like holy shit. Like that's a month's worth of subscribers in one day. Like that is insane. So I'm Todd grateful, like nuts. My God.
Just gotta whore you out. That's all.
Hey, I'll stand on an internet street corner.
See, you've always had the
No.
personality. Now you just have the production quality.
And that's the thing. Well, thank you. Oh my god. You know what's funny is like all of my friends, they all are subscribed. Like all of my close friends are. Even Kat is subscribed. But none of them are into models at all. Like no one. Like it Matt is my buddy Matt, who I started my channel with. Like he builds Legos, and like I built him the Enterprise. I gave him Boba Fett that I finished a couple weeks ago. So I mean, like he's into it, but even then, like people just aren't super into models, and so like it's super freaking cool. That's why I love this community so much. Like it's not just building models that like we're all gathered around, but well, it is, I guess, building models that we're all gathered around, but there's so many different likes and interests and different like little things that everybody does that like makes it such a like interesting community, and you can learn so much. And that's the thing. Like I will say, if there's one thing that I'm really good at, and I've always been really good at, and that is building. Um, well, I guess I'm a quick learner. So I've always been really fast at learning. I've always picked up, like, sometimes I'm a little slow. Sometimes I can be pretty blonde as well. Um,
Oh wow.
so
I'm gonna grab these out of order. We'll do Andrew real quick. He says, Jordan, I'm releasing the next 650 tomorrow. Send me the link to your best video, and I'll include it in your end screen. There you go.
dude, awesome. I will.
And
Okay.
Jody's like, yeah, nobody I know is even into Star Trek, let alone the models. And then Alec has a question. Did you animate your lights, Jordan? You have a firing animation for cannons, a hyperdrive effect for the engines.
So for this one, I would recommend going to maybe about 20 minutes or so go into the stream. You can see the full lighting. The green strawberry board only has certain animations, so the engines and lights, and that's about it. If this was my build all the way from the beginning, I would have taken a completely different approach. And I've talked about it with Todd and mentioned it here before. I think for this one, we're going to just let this model be this model. I'm going to just be happy with it, because if I were to try to modify this one, I'd want to crack it open, and I don't want to crack this thing open. I just don't want to deal with it. I want it to be done and out of the queue, but I want to build another one of these. This was an incredibly beautiful kit. This was a absolute joy to put together. Like, it on the level, and I've said it, it's on the level of the perfect grade Falcon. I don't think that there is many model kits, at least from the sci-fi perspective, that have gone together this nice. I had to do very little modification. There was zero flash on this thing. Zvezda does a fantastic job of making models, and I want to build another one. And when I build another one, I'm going to do a better job of it. And that's just the real of it, including all of what you were saying, like the turbo lasers and all of that. Like, all you'd have to do is just, like for the turbo lasers here, these are so small, like right up there on top. Like, you can literally turn those turbo lasers here. You can just create each one of those barrels out of a piece of fiber optic and just paint it. And like, there's so many different like ways of handling it. Um, but
Is the front one missing a barrel?
it is, yes.
I was gonna say that 4 and 3. What'd you do?
And I have no idea when that happened. Like, is it? Oh, see, this one's all bent over here. Yeah. Push that back into place. Hold that for a second. Oh, this one's broken too.
That was broken. Yeah. No.
And I think that's from rubbing the model.
I was gonna say I broke them off because they're at the edge.
Oh, 100%. I waited until the very end to install these two. Like, I did not. I was like, no. So, but the next time I do this, when I build another one of these, I know that Donnie found one just recently for $150. So they seem to be kind of making their way back around again. So I'm going to pick up another one of these, and when I do, I want to do the Chimera from season or 1 of Ahsoka. Let's blame Ian.
Paul says battle
For
damage.
Oh, right. Yeah. Exactly. Let's blame Ian for the battle damage. Super Star Destroyer that scale. Man, a Super Star Destroyer in 2700 scale. Wow, that would be
Wouldn't it be like 2-3 feet long compared to that one? I mean, they're that much bigger.
easy. The Super Star, these things are only a third of the size of a Super Star Destroyer. So yeah, it would be easily as long as the desk. That would be a fantastic kit because of all the lighting. Say my precious, I love it. All of the lighting on the Super Star Destroyers is super cool. Like, all of that recessed, like, glow from underneath lighting would be super cool to try to pull off, especially like with some cobs underneath.
And isn't it all lighting like in the inset portion of it, like in the middle of it, right? It looks like a little city floating inside of it.
Yeah, that would be super cool. Ooh, Alec, you got me thinking. Like, that would be something cool. Like, I would give me a Superstar Destroyer this size. This is a good size model, right? Like, this is, I think 20. 24 inches. Yep, we're at 24 inches. So this is a decent size. If I got a Superstar Destroyer this size, I would 100% build it. Although I do love the design of this. It's one of my favorite Starship designs ever. So it's been an hour. Let's build something. So
Oh,
first
that's right.
thing,
That's right. Modeling channel. That's right.
right? I gotta do stuff now, I guess. I went through yesterday and replaced all of my thinners, odorless thinner. Thank you for this once again, Todd. Like I had a couple of thinners around that I needed to replace, and so they were just really dirty and really needing some help. So thank you.
Oh,
And it's
somebody made a
smelling
3D
good.
STL file for it.
For really.
For Executor, yeah.
Oh my. To complete a thought, though, I would like to do this again and do the Chimera, which is Grand Admiral Thrawn's Star Destroyer from Ahsoka, and then the last season of Rebels. And it has all the battle damage from when the Purgles wrapped around the ship and then took it to hyperspace. And so, if you look at the image, like I wish I had images of it right now. I have it on my phone, but I'm not going to bother with it right now. But he repairs the ship using what looks like brass or gold, and it would be perfect for photo etch, like just taking photo etch and like creating like damaging the model itself and then using photo etch to kind of recreate the shape would be super cool. So that's what I want to do. And then it has the giant image of the Chimera on the bottom, so it's something that I really want to do. But I just don't want to do it with this model because I really just kind of want to get this one done and out of the queue so that I can satisfy Green Strawberry and just kind of be done with it and move on. So that's kind of my biggest goal right now. They've been really good and not so good, and so I kind of want to reward the good by getting it done and reward myself with the not so good and kind of just being done with it. I have one more project for them, and that's the Razor Crest, which is going to be the next model that's going to hit the bench, and we're going to get that one finished up here soon too. So, um, yeah. So right now, just grabbing some of my odorless thinner, and Todd noticed, and so did I. Oh yeah, we're still good. We're able to move it around. That oils are so great. Wow.
Alex says, I'll admit that's my favorite normal Star Destroyer because it implements the old Japanese techniques of repairing broken dish with gold, highlighting the damage while making it beautiful.
So, Alec, if you did watch, I'm assuming then you watched Ahsoka. One of the coolest things was the in there was all the Death Troopers. Not necessarily the Death Troopers, but like you can only assume would be zombie troopers. Because it had the Night Sisters using their magic to reanimate dead troopers, and all of their armor, where it was broken, gold was used to patch together all the armor. So all the Star Destroyer, or not Star Destroyer, but all the Stormtrooper armor was like those teapots that have the gold holding it together. It was such a cool look. I really enjoyed Ahsoka. Grand Admiral Thrawn is one of my favorite bad guys in Star Wars, so that was super cool to see. Man,
So when he
like,
says KS, I found what he was talking about with KS is Corvette Sabers, and he makes a 38-inch long resin kit of the Executor.
really?
Yep, it's $400.
Ooh, just for the file?
No, it's a resin model kit.
Oh, just some resin. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a 38-inch long Super Star Destroyer Executor from Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. It's 10 to 15 times larger than an original Star Destroyer. It comes with a 45-piece kit that can be lit up with fiber optics if preferred. And he's got some pictures. You want to see them? I can share this.
Yeah, please.
Hold on just a sec.
Freaking cool. Thanks, Alec. That's awesome. Yeah, Man, this oil is still moving. It's crazy. Oh my god.
Let's do it this way so you can see it. But yeah, it's a resin kit.
Oh my god.
Kind of a cool base too.
Yeah, it's the Star Destroyer. Or no, the Death Star. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's modelermagic.com. It's Corban.
Okay. Perfect. I am definitely going to be putting that on the list of things to build.
I wonder if that puts it about the same scale. It doesn't say 38. It just says 38 inches, 395 US.
This is 24, almost same scale. Actually,
it's almost the same scale. Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
what the actual length would be, but
I almost need this now. I think I'm going to have to pick one of those up here soon.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Captain Egog Andor season 2's come out. What? There's something cool and interesting in Ahsoka? I find it very hard to believe. From Paul. Ken says, look cool. Andrew says, I would build that. Yeah. Ken says, me too. Well, here is his email.
Okay.
This goes to the same thing. The subject of SSD, Modular Magic Referral SSD kit. That does look really good.
Now,
Can you imagine that lit?
Paul. Oh my god, that would be so amazing. I kind of need this. Paul, I am a huge I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and so I will shill, of course, and I'll watch anything, but I'm particularly fond of the TV show Rebels. And I know it's an animated show, but Rebels was one of my very favorite Star Wars things ever. And
is that the size of the stock bridge? Jesus.
Oh my god.
is that the scale? That means your Star Destroyer would go from here to here.
Oh my god.
Well, 38
wow.
inches. That's well over 3 feet long. That is a big boy.
That is a big boy.
Let me go back and see what he's got. All these pictures because these are high res. Let me see it. I'll open this one. Zoom in on it. Wow.
Dude. That is awesome.
Wow. And to think that's the bridge. I'm like, what?
Oh, that recessed pit though would be so cool to light up.
Oh yeah, the whole city thing in here. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
That'd be lit. Just some lighting just along the edge.
Oh man. Yeah. Ken and Andrew, I say buddy build sometime in the future after Enterprise Bs are done.
Right?
I'd be super down for that.
Plunging into the Death Star. Yes. You need to make like half a Death Star and have it.
Oh my god.
So it's like you need how big would the Death Star need to be? Like a 8-foot ball?
Oh my god. That'd be amazing.
And then mount it to the wall at Wonderfest so people walk in. There's just a Death Star sticking out of the wall with an executor jammed in the side.
Oh my god.
The whole explosion and everything. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yes. We need this. All of the ideas. Okay. So there is the bridge all cleaned up. I'm seeing that there is a bunch of overspray underneath here. I'm going to put this model up on the shoulder up here in order to get underneath it. It's almost like working with the D'Agostini Falcon or the Enterprise, the Fan Home Enterprise. Just so freaking huge.
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 Trent says with the flaming bridge on the way down. Yeah. Animate that.
Oh
You
my
can
God.
totally light all that and paint the. You do it like little cotton balls, like people do, and light the fire, and people airbrush the cotton and then make it look like an explosion. It looks really good.
I like that effect when you see like tanks firing and they have that effect. I really, really like that.
Yep. Alex says, can you imagine you told Ian, well, here's our next build after the Grissom. Yeah. We're going to build half the Death Star. No, what would be a true group build is if we were all close enough that you could all like get in one person's garage and we all worked on different pieces. That would be a group build, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. I was thinking for not this year, obviously, but next year maybe is like something like that. We all are responsible for building a certain portion of something, and then we all have to get together and finish building it the night before.
Oh my God. The Executor is 12 miles long in cannon.
It's 12 miles long?
19,000 meters long or 12 miles.
Ah! Wow. You think Vader was compensating? Do you think Obi-Wan high grounded that off too?
Wow.
Holy crap.
Oh, somebody superimposed a picture of it on top of New York. It's basically the entire island of Manhattan.
My God. Holy crap.
Wow.
Just a chunk of hole as a base is all you need. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
Death Star is too big. Aw. That's true. You could make it so you just have a piece of the Death Star.
Yeah, just like a small cutaway section.
Okay, now I got a map. Hold on a second. That's 760,000 inches. That means if you bought that resin kit is still 4 times smaller than the scale you're working on now. It's 120,000 scale.
120,000 scale?
Yeah, so that means that it would have to be 152 inches long to be in the same scale as that, or 12 and a half feet.
Wow.
12 and a half feet long. Where are you going to hang that from? Right above your bed. You just walk in and there's a huge executor hanging diagonal in your bed, and you're like, see my bed here? This is the oil rig. This is where the drilling takes place, because that's how cool you are.
But I poop from there.
Not bad now, you know.
Actually,
You okay?
Jesus. Oh.
Oh my God. Yep.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Oh
yeah, and I still need to paint the windows on the sides. Or the I almost forgot. Like I need to do these landing bays with a little whitish bluish color in each one of those. So I'll probably take care of that on stream this weekend. I want to finish the weathering tonight. Just a little bit of that trench. There was some still some spots right through here. So what's amazing to me, and I know you guys have mentioned it, but the oils are still movable 2 weeks later. Like it's still
Yep.
coming up. That's amazing. It really is.
And it's a good thing too, because the pictures I found of the studio model, it is, they relied on the lighting to add the shadows, right?
Right.
And since you're not going to have that studio type lighting where it's got a key light and it's got a main light and so on, you have to do it you're doing it in a brightly lit model room that has lights coming from all directions, right? So you're simulating that
Right.
shadowing. But I can show you here. This is the actual studio model. This one? Yeah. This is the actual studio model. If it's going to come up. Boop, here we go.
Oh, okay.
So it's just flat gray. Right?
Wow.
It's not dirty like the Falcon is, but but you can't, you got to think about how it's going to look when you have it in like a model room. And if you just painted it the gray, it would look very boring. This looks great because it's side lit.
Right.
Let me switch a different screen. Hold, please.
Okay.
It's just a straight on view. So there's like a straight on view.
Yeah, it's all about lighting.
Yeah. Well, that's like, when at the end of our Falcon streams, when I turn all the top lights off and I just leave my side lights on, and it calls out all the texture details.
Yeah.
So.
And actually, that looks like, is it the Star Destroyer from Rise of Skywalker?
According to the article, it says Star Destroyer Original Museum, Model Museum, built by Magic Cam.
Oh. So what's interesting is my little front side doesn't have that tube thing on either side. It's just got inset windows right through here up front.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Huh.
Maybe this is from a different movie.
Could be. I think I want to say that that's the Star Destroyer from Rise of Skywalker. They're like the first order or final order Star Destroyers, and so it'll have a giant like planet killer on the bottom of it.
Yeah, you know what's interesting?
Of course,
the pictures they have a side by side, and I'll show you this one. They have a side by side of the studio model, which was in a in a plexiglass case under warm lighting, and the movie model, and these are not the same.
Really,
these are not the same because the exact model detail you're talking about, which is that side pipe in the notch, is not on the picture in the film. So these are different models. I don't know what they're talking about. The one you're building is the one on the bottom right. This one on the upper right. Left. Oh, Jason says the Zvezda is from Rogue One.
Oh, so this is a the Zvezda from Rogue One, then this is in Star Destroyer 2. I want to say like they had like 3 different versions like of the Star Destroyer. Okay, I did not know that. Thank you. That is really, really cool.
He says it's the same file as the Rebel build and play.
You're right.
And I'm going to back up here real quick. He says if that thing fell in the middle of the night, it would end you. Yes, it would.
Yeah, it would.
If you imagine his obituary killed by he was executed by the executor.
Died by the thing that he loved to build.
That's right. And that a little too much drilling could shake it loose. That's right. Headboard banging against the wall. Executor comes down. Fire department shows up and go, okay, what the hell happened here?
What is this? You're supposed to use stripper pole lag bolts.
Yeah, Dash says, my buddy and I would like to get the Arcadia from Captain Harlock. They only bring the part work here to America for Japan for some of that anime stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They don't do a lot of the anime stuff here for whatever reason. Dash just like, see the side of the Star Destroyer. Does it have the forced perspective like the studio model where it went from? Yeah, that's the other thing too, is it does look longer. The pictures that I found. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jason says its side walls are
it
thicker
does
than
look
the
fun.
original
Yeah.
models.
Yeah, they are.
Jody's calling out, oh, force perspective? Ha, force. Use the force perspective.
Oh
No.
my god.
Nothing?
That's so good. It's going to be a boo from me and from chat.
No?
That's fantastic. Oh my god. It's fantastic. All right. So, once again, just being able to take down a little bit of the darker points there really kind of helps with that. Right back here, I think I need to go ahead and take some of that down right there. Yeah, it's really dirty. Just get a little bit of the thinner on there to activate it. Let it sit for a second. Side trenches, I think I want to try to keep as dark as they are. I did actually like the way that the lighting played in there, so it kind of works out for me. And I want to create that overall heavy shadow effect that you should be getting in between. So, very pleased.
Now,
All
according
right.
to this guy, this was, he took pictures of the studio model at the Star Wars Where Science Meets Imagination at the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry in Portland back in 2006. And there is that weird, and I don't know if it's lighting or not, but it still has that kind of warm color in certain places.
Really?
It's really hard to tell. Let me see if I can pull up the picture. Well, let's see. Jody says the trash chute on the Zvezda is closed over because their team didn't know to turn off the polygon in the digital file.
Oh, right here. Yeah. I thought about hollowing it out, but then I was like, I just don't care.
Oh, is that what I see here at the bottom of that spine?
Yeah. Right
No,
here.
it's the very bottom, right before it hits the main plate.
Yeah, right there.
Here, let me see if I can get this picture. Oh, you're going to be a little pain in my ass, aren't you? Flickr trying to say I can't open this picture. I bet you I can. Watch this.
Uh,
Yeah, that's what I thought. Fool. Saying, oh, you can't right click on this. You're not allowed to save this picture. You want to bet? So let's see if this comes up.
oh, yeah.
Let's see how it has the yellow. It has the yellow. It's just I can't tell if that's the lighting. It could be warm lighting, you know.
It does look, I gotta say, that does look like warm lighting because if you look in the front on the top there, it looks cool. Like
Yeah,
it
that's
just passed.
like in the normal lighting on the top surface, which is not showing my mouse right now, but
Right. And
on the
it looks
top
like they're
surface,
using a flash. Looks like that's from a flash. Do you think?
I think they use two different colors of light. I think that's what's going on here. So it gives it the kind of warmer colors down here in the shadows, and then the top color is that cool white. Is this the trash chute?
Yeah.
This opening back here?
Yep.
Or is it this plate with the two pipes?
So the plate with the two pipes are supposed to be the opening and closing mechanism, I believe. Because if you look at that plate, yeah, it's supposed to be the same rough shape, I think. I want to say it looks like it's supposed to be like a hatch or an airlock or something like that. Wow, would you look at that detail though? That is so cool. That is so cool.
Like these little, you can't see my mouse. I don't know why. But
there it is.
You know, like these just look like control arms for some vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, like upper control arms off a car model or something.
Or like the things that I used to remember what they were called on tanks. They were part of the tracks.
Yeah, there's some kind of you know, like a hub for a wheel of some sort.
Right. Yeah, there's nothing like that in here. We see like little lights and or window spots and
Let me see
all
if
of
they have
that.
another picture. They have a kind of a side view. This is definitely the shooting model. To this one, definitely tell us the shooting model
Wow.
because you can see the mount arm right here.
Yep. Wow. Wow, and there's like little flaps over the ends of
Yeah, you see the engines?
the bell nozzles or the
Yeah,
bell the
I
nozzles.
noticed that. That's in a few of the few pictures I found.
Wow. Hey. Yeah, that's not even part of this kit.
Tim
Interesting.
says guide horn. Yeah, maybe.
Guide horn,
You
yeah.
start looking at Greeblies and you're like, people start recognizing different kits. I'm sure this looks like some kind of chassis piece.
It really does. And what's interesting is like this model, like obviously it's the Rogue One version, so it's based off of a digital model, of course, but how
I'll throw
interesting.
garbage down in here.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering how much of this is dust, that they can't get in there and clean it. It's just dust.
Right.
It's dead skin. Dust is mostly just dead skin. So
Right.
it's all this people skin that's turned it kind of yellow over time.
Oh.
I think he has one more. Yep. Oh Jesus, that one is way zoomed in.
Whoa.
See,
Wow.
even they break stuff.
Yeah. It was sitting kind of in a funny place.
There's those flaps again.
Yeah, so Trent is saying that Green Strawberry sells those flaps.
Oh,
Do you know what's funny is I asked Green Strawberry if they wanted me to put any of their photo etch or anything like that, and they said nope, just the lighting. That's all they want. So
he says this photo is of the New Hope model, and that makes sense. I think that's what they were saying too. This is like the original one.
the original one, yeah. But it seems like that yellow is coming from a light because if we see it from all three of the photos that we've looked at, the yellow is hitting the same exact spot. So it looks like there's a concentrated light sitting on the back of that. And it just looks otherwise
it's with the green on it. I don't think this is
color
inaccurate, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's the problem with like old photos of these old models nowadays too, right? So it's hard to like go. And the thing that I'll say is that the AS20 with the oil over the top of it gives it that perfect gray pallor. I think it's just perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. So, well, let's go ahead and do some spraying now. I'm going to grab a towel. Gotta go get a towel now.
Let's do a sub check.
What?
Ooh.
Oh no.
Sub
What's
check.
happening?
You're 4 away.
Are you serious?
496, bro.
You guys have gotten me 70 subscribers tonight? Holy shit. Dude, what? What? Like,
yeah, everybody like. Andrew says, so
wow.
who did get Jordan extra subs tonight? I'm a member of a bunch of Discords, and I posted in a few of them. I'm like, go sub to my buddy's channel. He did build really cool Star Trek models. Or Star Wars. Well, and Star Trek. I said Star Wars, but yeah.
That's what we're building tonight. Oh my god, dude. Like, wow. I am just wow. I was like figure out my pace.
Like, right now.
What's that?
You got 20 people watching you right now.
That's the most I've ever had watch on stream. I love it. Well, thank you all. If anybody is new here, this is what it's always like, so I apologize. We're not doing anything special. I am just this special. Yes. All right. Oh my god. Holy crap, dude. Just mind blown. All right. I'm gonna grab my Starship Filth. Let's see.
Andrew says, very cool. Dash says, Ken, where are we buying Jodia's Doritos? And Lou said today on Wayne Stream he was doing the window mask for the California class. That's the
Nice.
that's Doritos, right?
Yep.
California class? Yeah.
Yep.
Jason says, I was on the Revell build and play design team, and that trash shoe polygon was one of the first things we turned off.
You were part of what? Jason? Okay. So what do you do? You're part of the build and play design team. So like, what does that mean? Like, does that mean that you were part of like the actual design of this kit? Like, tell me. Like, I'm super fascinated and super curious. That's the case. That is really cool, and I'm really glad you're here. That is awesome. Hell yeah. All right. So what I found is like to get it into my little cup.
Oh,
And
we're almost there.
wow.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Is HTM subscribed to you? Hold on. Let me switch accounts. I'm not. Here, boom, subscribed. Now HTM subscribed. $4.98. Oh. Jason says I'm a toy and collectible sculptor. Nice.
Hell yeah, dude. That is so cool.
Ken says, "Who
Was
is your
your
dad?
daddy?
What does he do?" Well, my dad
does he
used to be an
do?
artist. He used to be a Canadian police officer, and he hangs out in modeling channels, builds stuff with them. Oh! Jason says so close. Andrew says $4.99.
I don't even know. Like, I was doing the math just recently, and I'm like, it's gonna be a couple months, but we're gonna get there, and I'm super stoked about it. And
You know what? I am going, since I'm on HTM's thing, I'm going to go make sure it's subscribed to everybody.
that's great.
Where are you at?
Wow.
Subscribe. Boom. Let's try Donnie.
Love it.
Where is, how about Ian? Subscribe to Ian. Yes. Oh God, look at all these subscriptions. Well, this was when I think Eric kind of owned this.
Oh.
A lot of stuff in here.
You guys are all amazing. Thank you. Blown away.
Oh, you did it. Jason says 500. Awesome. Live.
Wow.
You have more subs than HTM does.
I've been like, so for the last little while, thank you. Holy shit. For the last little while, I've been kind of keeping pace. Like HTM and I have been keeping pace, and I like that. Thank you. Thanks, Alec.
Andrew's like, now someone's unsub just to mess with you.
Which would be totally fine for me. Holy crap. I don't think I've ever gotten that many subs like all at once. Like, well, just
all right, so it's up Donnie.
Wow.
All
right.
Let's try Canadian.
So without trying to go over into like over too much, but
Oh,
I
got it.
thinned down my oil. Thanks, man.
Uh-oh, Jody says it was his wife. Maybe his wife was the lucky 500.
I love it. Oh my God.
Jason says congratulations. And Don says live
Thank
from
you.
Seattle.
This is almost live. Those of you
Howard
guys don't know.
Sanders have also subbed, and then this one. Oh, Andrew says you're up to 504. Slow down, bro. Jody says I ran into the room and got married a sub.
Thank you.
John says I'm glad for you, bud. And he says, did you get a screenshot at 500? No.
I
Did anybody else?
Did anybody else? Yeah.
Who else do I need to sub to? I just subbed HTM to Andrew.
Awesome.
Let's see, model making. Everybody on the channel is going to get a sub from HTM. Everybody that's on the stream right now. Let me find your channels.
A little bit.
Is yours Mindful Model Maker? Is that you? Stephen Haynes says, well done. Canadian Starship says, yay. Well, there's a couple different Mindful Model Makers.
What is it? Mindful model making and model making and mindfulness. There you go.
Sub. Yeah. Done.
Love
Who
it.
else we got? Stephen Haynes. Let's look you up. Is that the name of your Stephen Haynes models? There you are. Sub. Here we go. What else we got?
Oh my God.
There's quite a few Don Cartwrights. Which one's which? I would do Don. Let's try Jody. There's Jody. Sub. Oh, this is fun.
This is great.
Yeah. Mine is this one, but I don't have anything yet. Hush, Steven. It's just me, Dash. That's true. He's yeah. Dash has got, well, because Ken keeps banning him, so he has to keep creating accounts.
I love it. Thank you guys so much. Holy crap.
What else do we need to do? Who else needs subs? Andrew. I know Don was here somewhere. Oh, we can do Alec. Alec.
Yep. Will's Workshop.
Where's Jacoby Models? Boom, sub. He is 44 now.
Nice.
Will's Workshop. Yeah. There we go. Sub. Who else can we do? Mike Lane. Like they need
Mike Lane. Yep.
Sub. It's already subbed to World Away. So you got that.
Nice.
Who else? Sorry, but I gotta do. Ken is ban hammy. I have the mark to prove it.
Not the ban hammer.
Let's do Paul. Oh, well, where's your account? There's a lot of PJ Lewis's. Do you have a channel, Paul?
Let us know.
Let me filter this by channels. It's the same logo. It should be easy. Oh my God, there are a million PJ Lewis's. What in the world? Eric says, I just got here. What we subbing to? We were trying to get. We've been on a rage bender. We've been on a bender trying to get him to 500 subs on the stream tonight.
And it worked.
Oh, Paul doesn't have a channel. Okay. Eric, do you have a channel? No. Nope. Yeah. Alex says, Jordan, what you're doing reminds me of a trick I learned from a few model building guides where you white prime, highlight the panels black, and do. Yeah, that's pre-shading.
In essence, I'm doing an oil post shading.
You're doing post shading, yeah.
Post shading, yeah.
Yeah, highlight the panels black, do light coats of base over it. But this is just to get the goo, the oil down into the cracks, and then you wipe it off. So it's a little different.
It is this spraying this through the Iwata. Oh my god, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Just one thing I will say though is use a little bit of retarder medium if you have some, because it does like to dry out a little bit. I'm noticing, so I put in a little bit of flow improver and retardant.
That's so awesome. I'm so happy for you.
Dude, I can't believe this. Like, it's just been nuts. I don't even know. I just don't know. I appreciate all you guys so much. You know what's kind of funny is spraying this has an oddly nice smell to it. And I can't explain why.
You just like it. You like the way it smells.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm also one of the weirdos that likes the way Tamiya smells.
Jody says, "Who is Spruverse?" I've been watching that for a long time. Spruverse is Phil Siegel.
Phil.
I've met him multiple times.
Very nice guy.
Yeah, he's very nice. He was a TV producer for a long time.
Sequest.
Yep, did Sequest DSV and
Supernatural and a few other things.
Yeah, he was in the TV business for a very long time. So
now he's one of the the three.
Oh yeah, he's one of the Three Musketeers.
That's right.
The Three Musketeers of Wayne, Lou, and Phil. They're all buddies now, and they hang out together and visit each other and
group builds together.
Yeah, they hang out in they come to the suite for Wonderfest. They hang out with us.
Yep.
Phil and Lou and Wayne. Dash says, "Oh, I unsigned from Pit Stain." Oh, that's not nice.
Aw.
Oh, but Eric is here. You know what that means, right?
It's the final.
Howard says Phil also produced the first Doctor Who movie and the executive producer for Sequest. Yep. Jody says, "I thought someone here was him." No.
Although Phil is, he was one of my first Facebook followers. So him and Wayne and Lou all follow my channel on Facebook, and they were among the very first to do it, which was really cool.
Awesome.
It still trips me out, like when I post a video on Facebook and then Wayne likes the video. I'm just like, like, holy shit.
Yeah. Or Bill Krause.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Bill has actually liked one of my videos before too. It was the
he's an epic Star Trek model builder.
Yep.
Worked on the TV shows and movies. Paul says, "Now that Jordan has 500 subs, do we all get free pizzas? If sure, can you make sure mine is packaged well?" And
We'll
put
do.
pineapple.
Yeah. I'll say this. It is hard to ship our pizza, but if any of y'all come out to Seattle and let me know you're coming, you'll get free pizza for sure.
Alex says, "Jordan, are you turning into Ian? Ian is the only guy from the streams that sniffs his paints. And on occasion paints."
Oh, I sniff paints. Oh, I sniff paints. 100%.
508. Well, you're just on a rocket ship today.
Just mind is blown, man. My mind is blown.
Eric says, "Went to check if back to me and Phantom CS is banned off Facebook again." They've been kicked off Facebook twice for being a fake site, but they're not. And they have to keep proving them that they're not. It's funny.
There's a euphemism somewhere in there. There's a euphemism somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm. You're not real.
Yeah, right.
Shows up here, it'll be like a celebrity. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, it was awesome. Like when Mike stopped by last week. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Mike Layton stopped by. Yep, he was here. Ken says, "Jordan, would you buy me a pizza?" Wow, thanks.
Absolutely. I'd sell you my unborn child if I had one. That's weird. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
That is a little weird. I'd apologize, but
you're okay, Jordan. I don't like pizzas. Aw.
What?
They make other things other than pizza. They make a mean salad.
And wings. That's about it.
Yeah. Jody says, I got a few likes from Mr. Krause on Blue Sky from Excelsior Photos, my Miranda Hornet idea. I don't think he watches videos, though.
He might. You
He
never
might.
know.
You never know. No.
Especially,
He goes to
yep,
Wonderfest.
especially he goes to Wonderfest, and I've seen his I've seen his models in person, and they're just out of control.
Alex says, is this the kit that Tenna Control sells a light kit for?
I think that's the 5,000 scale, but they could make one for this one. I honestly don't know. Green Strawberry obviously is making one, as I'm currently using that one. I would say though, with this, I would recommend, like, they're using kind of old school techniques here with
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
what did you do? Do I need to check my phone? What did you do?
Oh, no.
Oh man.
Eric says, Jordan, you should create a pizza for the menu in honor of Ken the Mountie of Banning. Just call it the Band Hammer.
My God. The Band Hammer? Oh my God.
Yeah. The Band Hammer.
Not the band hammer. Anything but the band hammer.
Hammer.
He's gonna get it.
I got an idea for the pizza for the Band Hammer. Oh no. Howard
says, I think you should leave it like that.
Just like this.
Just leave it like that. It kind of looks like the Blackbird where it leaked through all of the gaps of all of the panels. All of the, like what your air conditioning vents get in your house if you don't clean them, and they just keep getting dirtier around the edges. Ken says, what's in the box? Oh, Andrew's got an update. You're up to 512.
That is that is 77 subscribers since the beginning of the stream.
Rock and roll hooch coo.
And Howard, I just saw PayPal again. What did you do?
Oh no, he did it again. He says it's a shitty weld job. That's right. They didn't care about the bottom
Howard,
so much, okay? Oh, what did he do now?
Another hundo.
Oh no. Awesome.
Dude.
Hey, look at it this way. You're halfway to getting that resin kit of the Executor. I don't know how you're going to film it, but if you did, it wouldn't.
I don't even know where I put it. I don't even know where I'd put it, but I might.
Don says it looks like it's been tagged. Yeah, like graffiti.
It really does. And what's funny is when you look up on the camera, like you can pick out that green. So it's Starship Filth is like gray, green, and black, and like all sorts of different colors. And I really like how you can pick it up on camera. I don't pick it up so much in person, but you can pick it up in camera, which is really, really cool. Howard, thank you. My God, I don't even know. Insanity, man. Like, I don't even know what to say. Just thank you.
Alex says, for Ken's pizza, are you thinking about making a hammer out of pepperoni and pineapple pizza on his pizza?
So I have an idea for it, and if I have time tomorrow, I can make a band hammer pizza. I think I have an idea. Well,
Eric's got a point. He says a hammer needs to be made out of ham, Canadian bacon.
And because it's Ken, it has to be Canadian bacon. So I was already on that front. Yes.
Oh, and Howard says I sent you a message with that of what to do with it. Should you read it?
Okay. Hold on.
Jason said, I don't know where I'd put it. Yeah, you do. That's what she said.
I do.
That's exactly what she said.
All right. Let me open
from
up.
there.
Now you don't.
Eric says maple flavored Canadian bacon. Howard says, watch out, you might hit 1,000 by accident into the month. Oh my, slow down.
Will do 100%. So Howard says,
oh, go ahead.
He goes, to get Donnie on stream drunk, to fart on Ian's lap, and to buy Nick Tate a drink. Will do, my friend. I absolutely will do. Thank you. Incredibly kind. Thank you. Just, I don't even know. Like, it's nuts to me. Like, you guys are incredibly. Oh, I'm closing it off. I was like, wait, what's going on here? Incredibly kind. Thank you. And what I'm finding is that the flow in prayer and the oil are kind of separating a little bit. So I'm getting a little bit of beating up here. So as you are spraying it, if you're spraying oils, make sure you're kind of using your pipette to mix it up a little bit so that you're not getting any of that. I'm finding. Yeah, it's better. And I've also kind of increased my pressure a little bit.
You are making
probably sitting. I am making a mess, yes. Right through here, 100%. So
add welding. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like kind of back off, make sure you're mixing it up as you're going, and then I added some pressure and it's spraying better. So I'm probably up at around 18, 19 PSI right now.
There you go. Let's see. Andrew says, we don't actually use what you call Canadian bacon up here often. I don't. Nope. It's just ham. I don't know why they call it Canadian bacon.
Yep.
Oh, that panel got blasted. Look at it.
Oh, dude, right?
Good blast mark. See, that's kind of what I want to do with the Falcon. Great blast mark.
Oh.
Donnie here. Say hi, Donnie.
It's okay, Donnie. This has been a crazy stream. This has been a crazy stream. Howard has been doing what Howard does best, and then Todd, right?
We've never been drunk ever.
Never. And then Todd went on a subscriber mission and
hunt, a little treasure hunt,
a little treasure hunt for subscribers, and I'm up almost 80 subscribers.
Yeah,
past the 500 subscriber mark now. Holy crap!
Just Howard says, nuts. Can you put the band hammer, the words "you're fired" on it, and hand it to your newest employee? Oh Jesus. Paul says, I see a YouTube plaque heading your way soon, Jordan. Aw.
That'd be really cool. Thank you.
Speaking of farts, Ian's been a little MIA as of late. He doing okay? Yeah, I think he's just been not on Discord as much.
I think Ian's been just trying to focus on Ian, and that's kind of sounding very Ian-like, but I get the sense that he's just trying to focus on himself right now.
Well, I mean, he's behind on a lot of his stuff, so he's got so much that he had to do as well. So yeah. Howard says, "Oh, we're getting you that Maker's Mark. You know it." Oh yeah. Howard says he got run over by RC ACP. That's right. Jody says, "He's like bacon." Alex says, "Hey, doesn't Farragut kind of resemble a Cerritos a bit?" Just a random observation when I looked at your videos, Jordan. And do you go through a meteorite field?
Right. A little bit. Yeah. I mean, just the single saucer with I guess if you could put the little engineering section in between the nacelles there. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I could absolutely see that. 100%, actually. Jesus, Howard. Thank you.
God. Ken says, Jordan's channel's taking off. Come on, Ken. Hold on to those coattails. Zoom. 518.
What? Just wow. Oh, and now the cool thing is using this sponge, and when you go through and get in those panels, and yes, I am now rubbing my Falcon, or not my Falcon, but my Star
Precious.
Destroyer.
You're precious.
It
Donnie
really
says,
does.
Congratulations, Jordan. That's great.
Thanks, Donnie. I really appreciate that.
Howard says it's a mess. The thing's a mess. Let's crash it. Leaks like a sieve. That's right.
Yeah, right.
It's letting the
like,
dark.
Actually,
that's really good. Oh my god.
The dark side is leaking.
My dark side is leaking out.
Eric says, hit the like, but be gentle. Ken is watching. Well, I'm going to like from HTM too. Here we go. Yeah.
Nice.
Donnie says, I think that paint's a little too thin. Jordan seems to be splattering a bit. It's oil.
Yeah, so the oil, what it did was it separated in the airbrush, and so that was a little bit of a thinner. So let's go ahead.
It's all right. We're going to clean
down
it
a little
up.
bit over there. Just like that.
Jody says, that's what I was going to do with the Cerritos, is turn it into the Farragut.
Really?
Say it, Jordan. Say it.
My precious.
There you go. Alex says it's a mess. Someone call Star Killer.
Right. To pull it down from the sky. 100%. Sam Witwer is like one of my favorite Star Wars nerds, and they created Star Killer for him, and it was such a cool role. I really love the Force Unleashed games. Those are so fun.
Donnie says,
this is
Jordan's rubbing it off again.
I am.
Oh, yeah.
On screen, yes.
Oh!
So it's
okay?
just one of these. Just one of these like makeup applicator. I guess it'd be a foundation applicator. For to be technical about it. And it's got the right texture and consistency to pull off the oil off the top, but then leave it in the panel lines. And so right now, all I'm trying to do is just take off the excess, and then I'll come through here and buff out any of the extras. So we're going to be rubbing for a minute. I just started rubbing.
Donnie says, now we know he got those subscribers. That's right. You got 20 people watching again.
That's right. Oh my God.
Don't get nervous.
So I'm not. Wow. Airbrushing this was 100% the way to go.
Alex says it's a shame we might never see any more Force Unleashed games. I remember the original one had some dismember it where you could slice troopers in half and so on and such.
Yeah, so they kind of brought. I agree. I think that it's going to suck. Like, there's no way we can do a Force Unleashed with current canon anymore. I don't think. So I agree on that front. I think that the closest that we got was in the most recent Jedi Survivor game. It had some dismemberment for stormtroopers in it, and it was something that you could turn on or off. So something that they're kind of paying attention to, but it is something that I did kind of miss in the first Jedi Survivor game.
Donnie says Force Unleashed was awesome.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. Like, one of my favorite scenes in anything Star Wars is at the very end of the first Force Unleashed, and Starkiller is literally just force pulling one of these down from the sky. It is so freaking cool. And the whole time the controller is just shaking and you're like having to move the sticks, and it is such a cool game. But I agree, it's something we probably will never see again. Because new Star Wars is it's a different sort of beast these days. Not knocking on it, but just not as violent as we want it to be anymore.
Eric says, Jordan, any chance of a Thrawn-inspired destroyer?
So, as I was talking, I was mentioning a little bit earlier. Yes. So I'd like to do another one of these. I'm going to be picking up another one of these kits at some point. There's a little bit of splattering here, so I need to probably clean that up just a little bit. And I wonder what that's all about. Interesting. There we go. All gone. So I want to build another one of these, and I do want to do a Chimera. So I do want to do one of those. I thought about doing that with this one, but as I was saying earlier, I kind of want to just finish with this build and be done with it. As this is, a project for Green Strawberry. And if I were to choose to do this again, I would do it a little bit differently. The windows would be handled differently. Like, you'd have to hand drill out all of these windows, obviously. But that splattering wasn't too friendly here. But I wouldn't run fiber optics. Like, fiber optics is something that I probably wouldn't do. How interesting. I wonder what this is all about.
The splatter sticking.
The splatter is sticking, yeah. Very interesting. Yeah. Splatter is sticking and it's staying. See some of those spots in there.
Blast damage.
I mean, that's what I'll call it. Like,
Howard says, this Star Destroyer called it the Force Scuttlebutt, the most disheveled stormtrooper ship that patrols the crappiest planets where it smells like shit.
Yeah, right.
Alex says, I love the original Front 2 game. Love playing from the perspective of clone. Howard says, I thought you said Tron-inspired destroyer. And Alex says, Jordan, if you build a second one, will you be scratch building or 3D printing the massive hyperdrive ring for the Chimera?
So that's a good question, actually. I would probably have to create a 3D file for that one. There's someone out there just recently who scratch built out of Lego the hyperdrive ring. So that would be very interesting. Obviously not Lego, but I would have to figure something out on that front. But I didn't really think about the hyperdrive ring, to be honest with you. I was just thinking like the actual Star Destroyer, just building the Chimera itself. And so, that's an interesting thought. Something I hadn't really thought of. So yeah, this is really sticking in place. Very interesting. What that's all about. I wonder why that did that. Didn't do it on the top, and the only thing that's different this time is I put that flow improver in it, and that's likely the issue here. So that's okay. Not too worried about it. Yeah, it's definitely from that overspray for sure. I didn't realize how much it was doing it elsewhere. But I am not too worried about it because this is the bottom of the ship and it's going to be permanently attached to the stand.
Yeah, it's going to be real hard for people to look up underneath anyway.
Exactly. But ignore what I said earlier about using a flow improver with your oils, because I don't know, like I've never actually, I should have probably said something to everybody, but should I do this sort of thing?
Well, isn't the flow improver water based? Things like that wouldn't mix with oil.
Right. It's a very good point. Very, very, very good point. So, okay. Well,
I just saw on Instagram that someone built the hyperdrive ring, but not sure if it was Lego.
yeah, I saw it on Facebook too. So I'm like, we might have seen the same thing.
And then Alex says, I just thought of this. Doesn't the Star Destroyer kind of have that Star Wars Episode 2 Jedi fighter look when it's in the ring?
It does, yeah.
And
Really
Donnie
does.
says, oils do not need a flow improver. I guess you just thin them.
Yeah. So, well, I learned something tonight. I'm going to have to keep rubbing on this for a little while. This is going to be a...
That's what she said.
Yep. Yeah, and it was right here, right about here, that I started adding the flow improver, and that's where we start seeing it. So, yep. So don't do what I just did. Note to self. But once again, I'm not too worried about it. If somebody picks up on it, then good on you.
Ken says, say it. Say it. As you're rubbing it.
What? My precious.
Right. Howard says, what about the Chimera class Starfleet ship, the one that had Nog had?
Oh yeah, that'd be really, really cool.
Alex said, let's be glad that Jordan is not moaning right now.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Donnie says, flow improver isn't water-based. It's made to add the water-based paints to break the surface tension. Oils don't have surface tension, so that's why they flow so good.
Ah.
And Paul's got it
So,
right.
yeah.
Experiment, we don't learn. That's right.
Well, that's exactly it. You know, I mean, I didn't know. And the beauty of this is really no harm, no foul. Like, it's going to be a little spotty. And there's probably some things that I can do to fix that. I wonder if I could take a little bit of my spirits here. And no, I can't. So that's just the way that is. And that's totally fine. Once again, this is the bottom of the model. And it's going to be a hell of a time for anybody to actually see what's going on. So there we go. The front, starting to get that proper color again.
Yeah, Paul says, I'll say it again. Battle damage. That's right.
That's right.
They landed on Ewoks. You do.
Right?
Yeah.
Or on Kashyyyk, and there's a little bit of the streak.
They flew too low on Kashyyyk, and that's the streak.
That's right.
Donnie
Going
says, I
streaking.
found so many Star Trek printables online. Oh, Donnie, I imagine he's going to go crazy. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
Howard says, don't do the ooh now, Jordan. You don't need girls going gaga. I don't know.
Or
Can Jordan do an Iago face? Probably.
I hope not.
If the subs ask for it, you have to.
That's right. Good point.
Donnie says that's looking sweet, Jordan.
Thanks, man. Although it's the more you take off, like you take off a layer over here and then you realize the other side needs a little bit. So one thing with the airbrushing, what I did this time is I went ahead to the other side before cleaning up the first side. And I think that was a bit of a mistake. I had a little bit too much time to dry.
You want a sub update?
Sure.
5 1/4. Rock and roll, hooch coo.
That's 91 subs since the beginning of the stream. Oh my God.
Donnie says he can't wait until his Star Destroyer arrives. Gonna be
Yeah, Donnie. Now, remind me again, you picked yours up for 150? That's a really good deal. Like I got mine for 250 and I got it used. So I got it from a thrift shop in Pennsylvania.
Donnie says, holy crap, what voodoo did you do? I just recommended his channel to a couple Discords I'm in. They're like gaming Discords too.
Oh, cool.
Just a bunch of nerds.
Well, there's some gaming content on my channel too, so if they look hard enough, they'll find it.
I should have other people's channels in there too. I said, yeah, check out these two. Make a whole list of HTM people. They'll probably give me a hard time and be like, bro, one's enough. Donnie says 139 on Amazon from the Revell store.
Wow. That's a really good deal. It's a really, really good deal.
Alex says, I might want to ask if they can blow up and scale one of their Sagan class kits for the 650 for me. I'd absolutely love to build a large scale Stargazer someday, that manageable scale. Is that a manageable scale or smaller?
For which one?
He said,
oh, the Sagan class? Yeah, that's actually 650 would be about the size of
is that an original Stargazer?
No, not the Constellation class, the Sagan class, the one from season 2 of Picard.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be in line with the size of the Reliant that Ken and I are building right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fairly manageable. It's the same size as the Grissom.
We're nerds. Howard says so.
Yep.
Eric said he just had his daughter sub. Rock and roll. Call everybody you know.
Nice. Love it. Thank you guys.
534. Wow. Where did we start?
436.
Two more. Come on.
Dude, insanity.
Fire. Howard
I love it.
Stream him playing Fallout, he could get more subs. He plays it all the time. I always see him, in Discord will say he's playing Fallout, he's playing this, he's playing that. He should just stream it and talk while he's playing.
Yep. So
or
video game
all the time. Maybe that would be fun.
I gotta say, I achieved a couple of perfect, as I like to call them, perfect cuts, perfect edits, during my video game stuff that I was doing in the very beginning of all of this, and it was super satisfying. Like I kept dying on a level like over and over and over again, and I didn't want anybody to see it because it was like an hour and a half worth of me playing like a 5-minute level. And so I think it was on the Star Trek Resurgence game, and I basically, as soon as I got to the part of the level where I was able to finally get past the part where I kept dying, I cut those two pieces together and wound up creating like a perfect cut, and you couldn't tell. It was great. It was so fun. And video game content is a lot of fun to create. It's just I was confusing the algorithm too much by doing that with my channel. So
Tony says, my bad. It was 135.81, and they still have some, Jordan. Hint, hint.
Fantastic.
Well, Dash did just, tell him to spend money, apparently.
It's true.
Oh, boy. Howard says, if Jordan gets to 550, I'll throw him another $100. What? Come on, people.
Dude,
call your
what the
family.
hell? Oh, my God.
Tell everybody you know.
This is nuts.
Eric says, Jordan, have you ever thought of streaming Star Wars The Old Republic? Could even play with viewers. It's free to play or sub.
I have actually. I have two other channels. I have two other YouTube channels that I haven't really activated. So like when I was still considering doing the video game stuff, I wanted to not confuse the algorithm too much. So I created ATS Gaming, or Line in the Stars Gaming. And the idea was I was gonna keep the podcast going on its own, like Line in the Stars podcast, and the Line in the Stars Gaming, and then the Line in the Stars models, and then
If you found good co-op games, I would play with you.
Okay.
That sounds weird, but yeah, I'd play with you, Jordan.
Okay. So that's something to think about. Like,
we'll start
Old
the World
Republic
accounts from step one.
is.
We'll level up Warcraft.
Oh my god, I haven't played Warcraft in. I
probably played Warcraft for 15 years. Played it on day one
about 5.
back in 2004 when it first came out. I was in line to buy the box game, bought it.
Wow.
Stood in line to buy probably the next 2 expansions. Stood in line. I remember specifically standing in Target to buy them. And then I think I got all the way to the one. It was after Pandaria something, and then I stopped. And there's been like 4 more expansions since then. You know. Yep. And I think about how much I spent in it, and it's probably years of my life.
Yep. Star Trek Online. I went from World of Warcraft to Star Trek Online, and Star Trek Online is much the same, and they're still releasing content for it. They're still releasing new season updates. Like, it's just insane. Yeah.
All right. Let's catch up here.
Played a little bit. Yeah.
But I've seen some. There's some co-op games that have come out. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I know what we'll do is I think they're adding it here shortly into Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we'll both fly a jet. I'll teach you how.
Oh, dude, that'd be super cool.
We can share the cockpit. Alex says, also, Todd, I believe my Wi-Fi is hopefully completely fixed. I have no idea what happened last night, but if our brand new Crocs router crashed for a few times before coming back to life around 11 p.m. I hope so. Andrew says, I started with both model building and Minecraft on the same channel, and it didn't work. Yeah, that's probably confusing.
Yep.
Yeah. Donnie says he used to play SWTOR. Andrew now says you are over the 100 sub stream mark. He's at 537, just like the Reliant. Wow. Huh. Congratulations again. Mission successful.
Dude.
Awesome. That's awesome, Mo.
Holy crap, man.
Now you can apply for the partner program or something, and then you can have super.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Howard said, I played SWTOR. I like the Smuggler. Was that the one that maxed out at 50? Because I feel like I played all 3 characters. There was like 3 types you could play. We maxed them all out to 50, and then and you flew from planet to planet, and they weren't very big, each planet. Was that Tor? I feel like that was Tor.
The Old Republic. That's the online game, right?
Oh, I don't know if I did. That was the online one. I don't think I did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I played. It was like you went from planet to planet. You got a little ship, and
you're thinking Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. And you go to like after you spent the first like 18 hours of the game on Terrace, then you go to Korriban where you meet the Jedi Council. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I remember that. Eric says, viewer driven, maybe? A viewer driven kit bash, random viewers choose paint colors and parts that would be put on would be hilarious.
That would be pretty cool.
You just put like 25 parts on the table and you say, everybody vote on a number, and you set up some kind of poll or something. They make different bots you can put in your chat. And you do a poll, and you just grab a part and slap it on, then you grab another part, slap it on. Nice.
I love that idea.
I'd play with you as Jordan is rubbing his ship. That's right. Like that. Donnie says Star Trek Online was fun too. I need to get back into it. Maybe we need to start our own little fleet. I haven't played it.
That'd be awesome.
I played it when it first came out, and then I stopped. I played the mobile game, the mobile version of it, but that was a different game. Yeah,
Fleet Command. Yeah, a little bit different of a game. Yeah, no, they're still releasing content. They're still releasing seasons. They're still like, despite all of the new Star Trek, they keep like adding all of that canon into it. So like now you can get You can get the Constitution 3 class ship, so you can like you can fly around on the Titan or the Enterprise G if you want.
Oh,
Of course, the Odyssey
can see it
class,
now.
which is something I was going to mention earlier. So the next Starships collection, Starship.
we
Go ahead.
can create an HTM clan.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm super into it.
Jody says I tried
I'd be
Star
super
Trek
into it. Yeah, the
Online to make ships. Alex, I
yep,
need to
that seems right.
start playing SW Tour again. Almost lost my account due to activity. Jody says I couldn't get leveled up enough. Is Star Trek Online one of those games that you can pay money to get better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, I would grind in that
If
game.
you look at ship, it's $99.99.
Yep. Or you're going to grind for the next 3 years.
So we can whale ourselves into being amazing.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Cool. Howard says, I think they had something like that on Kickstarter with building Star Trek ships. I vaguely remember that too. Donnie says, Knights of the Old Republic was epic. I might have turned my whole party to the dark side. Yes.
Playing as a gray Jedi, like right in the middle. Oh, so great in that game.
I just remember that having like really cool like lightsaber moves.
Yes.
I remember battles just being really cool.
Do you remember the video game adaptations of the Lord of the Rings games?
I know.
So it was like probably, I think, PS2 and Xbox era. And some of the combat in those video games was amazing. Like you're sword fighting, and then an orc comes from behind you, and then Aragorn just randomly blocks behind him, and he keeps attacking, and then blocks behind him, and it's just like freaking amazing. Like some of those old video games are fantastic back in the day,
man. Jody says I would like that for the Kickstarter ships. Eric says random car, tank, and sci-fi ship parts. You can really make something interesting. I just have this vision of him going to this hobby store and just buying these random interesting models with lots of greeblies and just pulling an ILM on his desk. Just start with some base model and turn it into something cool.
I really like that idea. Eric always has the best ideas for streams and stuff like that.
You know how like Wayne has Car Crash Tuesdays?
No. Yeah, I do.
You could just have like Kit Bash Wednesdays or something like that, and just Kit Bash.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is like I was thinking just earlier today, actually, I was like, okay, well, after this is finished, and then after the Razor Crest is finished, I'm like, I'm not going to have much to build on stream. And now the Dockyards is not like the stream. So when I set up the Dockyards stream, it was meant to kind of like work in conjunction with the night shift. But because I'm not getting the kit parts that I need, I can't build kit. As soon as I get the 2 packages that I'm missing for kit, I have half of the model. Like I literally have 30 plus stages waiting to go. So I will be able to have quite a few night shifts in a row, which will be really cool. But the idea was Dockyards was going to be a every other week sort of thing. But now it's just become a regular thing. And so I want to have a build. Like I was like, okay, well, what model should I build? What should I do? And I really, really, really like that idea. Like just doing kit bashing, getting the community involved. I have everything I need to do it. So why not do it? And it will help me also learn quite a few skills. Like I think that'd be a really, really cool idea. And I've got an entire box full of Greeblies. Like we all keep all of our parts of the models that we don't use, right? And so I've got just a box full of Greeblies already. I really, really, really like that idea quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's fantastic idea.
I like it too. Donnie says, great. Come on, you need to commit. He stayed in the middle. Trying to be that neutral kid.
Well,
I did play that game. Shadows of Mordor, by the way. I think all I've ever played had the best combat mechanics. The best combat mechanics of any game I've played, close to Ghost of Tsushima. And I love the combat. I did play Shadows of Mordor. I remember that now.
Yeah, fantastic game. Yeah.
I couldn't get in most Star Wars games. I play a lot of Overwatch. I never played Overwatch. Donnie says back in the day. Do you think we're old or something, Jordan?
Yeah, a little bit. We're getting there, it's fine.
Oh, Trent still here. He says, for sure, Donnie, I maxed out the dark side in TOR.
The reason I liked being a gray Jedi is because you sit right in the middle and you have access to about half of the dark side force powers and 3/4 of all the light side force powers. So you could still be playing a good guy and force choke somebody, which was really cool. Like that for me was like, okay, like I will play here in the middle. So
Eric says Dockyards name even works name-wise with the Kit Bash viewer idea. It does, yeah.
it really does, yeah.
Yeah. Howard says that's what I'm gonna do with all my spare part work stuff is bash them into some crazy thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Howard says Eric wants us to build Lego style, not with the instructions. Jody agrees. Ken says, okay, now we all really need to start giving Jordan big super chats so he can quit his job.
I live in Seattle, so that's going to take a lot.
Yeah. Alex says, okay, guys, I'm going to finish my errands. I hope you have a wonderful night, Jordan. I hope Kat doesn't catch you rubbing that and moaning, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Have a good night, Alex. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Howard says, I'm trying. Alex says, and Todd, I absolutely love Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, Ghost of Tomei, or I think it's coming out this year, which is the sequel.
Yeah, it's coming out this year. Yep, I agree. It's one of the great PlayStation 5 games, I think.
Yeah, no, Ghost of Tsushima was the best PlayStation 5 game, in my opinion. It was beautiful. Combat was fluid. It was gorgeous. I loved it.
So it's one of those games that encapsulates everything that is perfect about the PS5. The controller, the gameplay, the graphics. They literally leaned into every little part of that. Like I love how the controller works in Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Like
I when I first got stuck on the stances, right? Because you had those three stances. You had like a shield and a spear guy and then like a sword guy. And
a sword guy, yeah.
Stances depending on who you were fighting. But once you got used to it, which didn't take that long, it was daunting at first. Once you got used to it, man, did it make it fun. God, I love playing that.
Made it super fun. And then like depending on the enemy, you had to choose like your stance. Like if you came across an enemy that was too difficult, switch up your stance. Like some enemies required to be fought with shield, and that's one of the things that I really liked about the latest Jedi Survivor game, or Jedi Survivor, the latest Jedi game, and like the different stances and the leaning into different like play styles. Like I really enjoy a video game where you're rewarded for learning something new, right? Like you get really good at fighting a certain way, but then you try something different and then you're rewarded for that. I really enjoy that. That's why RPGs really speak to me. That's why Ghost of Tsushima really speaks to me. In Fallout, same thing. Why I love that game
I like
so
the
much.
open world games. I like games that you can run around and you can collect. Like that's why I love the Assassin's Creeds, right? I can look up online where somebody's already found like this ultra armor and you can go find it in all the hidden caves and everything. And
right.
Tsushima had I don't remember what they were, but it was like books or something, and they all the like the collectibles, things like that. I've always
the collectibles,
collectibles.
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima was fantastic, and I can't wait for Tomei to come out.
Yep, agreed.
That and I mean, there's Assassin's Creed, the Japanese one is supposed to come out. Ghost of Tomei, that is Ghost of Tomei separate. Then Assassin's Creed, I can't remember what they're calling it. The Japanese one is supposed to come out this year. GTA 6 is supposed to come out this year, but you know how that goes. It could be a good year. Yep. But I want to install Star Trek Online now. Are you going to play with me?
Hey, dude, yes. And it's free to play. It is a free game on the PlayStation Store. So.
Oh, I can't play it on my computer? I got to play on the PlayStation?
You could play it on the computer. Yeah, absolutely. I'd have to. Yeah, my computer can handle it. So I could play it on my computer too. So
okay.
Download it.
I think I'm kidding. Don't let the Canadian government stop your dreams. Yeah. Right before the tariffs get out of control because of, Carrot Top.
So look up a couple messages up there.
Don't fight it. Don't fight it.
Don't fight it. Don't fight it. I knew it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Welcome to HDM, my friend. That's how this works.
Oh, Donnie tried it too.
Don't fight it, dude. Jody, seriously,
Can't help ourselves.
We can't.
You're up to 22 viewers. Look at that.
What?
Let's get a sub update. Oh my God. Keep subbing, people.
Hi, everybody.
538.
Just
I love it.
incredibly grateful. That is fantastic. Now, this has done a number. All those little spots are kind of everywhere. So I got to kind of think about what I'm going to do about that. Actually, wondering, what do you think? Like, I personally am not.
I wouldn't worry too much about the bottom.
Okay.
If it was on a mirrored base, maybe, but
yeah, it's not going to be.
You know, if it's close enough to the base,
it's not. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and show you what it would look like on the base. Switch over to the side camera over here. So it's only going to be sitting up about that high.
The people in chat are working a thing. Just do it in Discord.
You're right. That's what Discord's for. Yeah, no, honestly.
Howard says, Jordan, get Jody a Cerrito, send it to him. Because they said Jordan should have my address. Oh.
I do. Will do.
Johnny, save your money. Jody says, I appreciate you guys so much just for watching and encouraging me. Awesome.
Well, that's what we're here for, man. Like,
yeah.
This modeling group is something that is unique, I think, out here. And it is incredible what we do, what these guys do. Like, I'm sitting here right now just still kind of like in shock and awe. Like, I just picked up 4 or 5 months worth of subscribers all in one night. Like, insanity. Like, I don't even know.
Awesome. That's so awesome.
No,
you guys are great.
I don't. That was funny. Cult TV man just emailed me and saying we have more Cerritos in stock.
Huh. Jody says you deserve it, Jordan. Yes, I agree.
Thank you.
And Andrew's like, what, are you going to take my stream slot on Saturday?
Well, I know that Andrew's not streaming this week. Maybe not. It all depends on what's going on. Possible. It's possible. It all depends.
I'm taking the subs. It's the camera.
100%. 100%.
See, you change camera. I mean, that's what it takes.
Like, they can tell. Just tell right now on how it focuses. Well, thanks, Johnny. I mean, I don't know. I've always been, how do you put it? I've always kind of suffered from feeling like I don't deserve anything or anything like that. Like, I don't know. I've always been the person to kind of give and provide and all of those things. And so I've learned over time, especially with the two of you guys, and Howard now as well. Like, I'm just blown away. That I've gotten good at accepting praise and all of these things. It still feels strange, and so I always the gratitude is immense, and so, like, yeah, I kind of feel, I don't know, like days like today are just kind of crazy to me. This camera is crazy to me, and the support that we all give each other, whether it's through things or words or encouragement or whatever, like, makes all of this worth it. Like, sometimes I don't want to build anything. Sometimes I don't want to do anything. A lot of the times, like work can be a pain in my ass, obviously. Um, but it's for, a lot of the times, like the motivation to keep me going is because of you guys, about the group. I don't want to um, let anybody down, so to say, even though there's no letting down to do. But um, no, it's just immense gratitude, and opportunities like to be able to do this build for Green Strawberry. Like I got the audacity to apply to do it because I've seen other people audaciously apply for things within our group and get them, so why not me? Why not us? And so everything that happens here is good for the group and obviously amazing for me too. But it's just gratitude overruns. And so Jody, you're part of all of this now. And so there is an audience ready to go. Exactly. Thank you. uh right. Amazing. What's the camera? So I'll go ahead and nope, put it up here. So it is Todd sent me a ZB1. So right up there. And then currently right now, so the face cam, as you can see up above there, is the CX405. And then I'm currently with the weird little things that are going across the screen. I think it doesn't like me. That they came from Todd. My stream last week, he's like, "Hey, what are you using for your stream?" And I did one of these, and he puked. And so over the weekend, I got a bunch of packages.
You okay?
Yeah, I got a bunch of packages from Todd over the weekend, and it was
That's what I thought of that.
true. It was the camera, it was the capture card, the cable for it. Actually, two cables because we got the wrong cable for the first time. And then, by the way, do you want me to send that back? If you do the return for that,
What?
I can
The
take
cable?
for the first cable that you sent.
No.
Are you sure?
No,
Okay.
use it someplace else. I'm sure you can find a use for it.
Okay. Cool. But then it was also a powered USB hub because my USB situation was kind of rough. So it was a lot, and then he sent me the forgot to mention as well, all the ceramic tweezers. So I got a whole set of reverse and regular ceramic tweezers. So just feeling spoiled. No, I can never have too many USB inputs, and I have found that my second monitor, so the monitor up over on that corner over there, I currently have that one running on USB. Excuse me, because at one point I had 3 monitors on going. I had like a tiny little monitor for monitoring my audio during recordings, but it was too much. Didn't need the 3 monitors, and so, but I had the third one when I added it. I put it in via USB-C, and so I've been really taxing my USB hub inside my computer. So Todd went ahead and sent me a powered hub itself, so it's getting power from a plug, and so I'm able to actually run everything. Still need to run proper HDMI. I have an open HDMI slot, so the monitor over here is going to get run over the weekend properly over there. And I need to do all my wire cleanup because it's a bit of a mess back there. But yeah, the new camera 100% has everything to do with that. And once again, I firmly do believe that the monitors and monitor space. Yeah.
Did you move that monitor off of USB?
Not yet. I haven't.
Oh.
I haven't had a chance to do it yet. I'm going to do it this weekend. So it's actually going to free up a USB-C slot as well, which is going to be really nice. But I didn't realize that it would take away from your USB resources when you have a monitor plugged in through that. So I was just like, I asked Todd the other day, and he's like, "Yeah." um. So yeah, no, I had like a tiny. I think I had like a. I think it was like an 8x4. It was like a tiny little like screen that was like this big, and I would just put when I'm recording audio for my videos, I do what is it? I use Audacity for my audio so I can modulate it, and I have my EQ set for my voice properly to work. And
Yeah, if you guys didn't know
so
in person, he sounds like Mickey Mouse. So
that's right. Cheese guy. um, but it's yeah, so I kind of have that all set up, and so I was just using that for that and that only. But I would lose my cursor for my mouse constantly. I didn't know which of the three screens it was part of, and it was just like, no, this is too much. So uh, so Jody started. I remember when Jody started. I think I was one of his first subscribers as well, and I kind of got hooked on the scratch building stuff, and so yep, and here we are. And that's the thing, like for me, how it started building models, I got the Partwork Enterprise D, and I wanted to share the build with my buddy Matt, and so I took a bunch of photos of each. Like I did the Todd thing, so I built the stage, and then I did a photo, and then I built the stage and did a part and took a photo and all that. And I showed it to him, and he's like, "Well, hey, we haven't done anything on our YouTube channel in a little while because it started as a podcast." And I figured out how to like basically edit a video by putting my voice over the top of all of the pictures, and so it all just kind of started from there. And then I did a live record, like I did one of my recordings for the next one, then I did pictures and voiceover, and then I just started just recording from there. And I was like one episode a week maybe, and then at one point I think last February I think I was like at 6 or 7 episodes a week with a podcast in there and video game content and just yeah. Howard, you're giving tonight. You're an amazing human being, my friend. Like, holy crap. Um, so yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. My laptop screen plus two others get fully used during my live stream. Just a laptop screen. So I have a 32-inch curved monitor. So the one over on what is it? This side. So that's a 32-inch curved. It's a very slight curve, nothing like it's just a Dell gaming monitor. I didn't like the super big swoopy curved screens. I'm not a big fan of, but it does have a slight little curve to it. And then then over here I just have like a regular I think it's a 24-inch screen or whatever. Um Use Audacity for video audio. What's your favorite sync method? And it is the I snapped 3 times. And then what I found is that if I wait the appropriate amount of time of like if I hit record on both things, the video and Audacity, if I wait about 2.5 seconds, I can overlay them at the 2.5 second mark and they almost line up perfectly. So over time, over the last year, I figured out a good way of like lining up the snaps, but I have to put the snap on screen and so that like I can hear it, the mic or the camera can hear it, and all of the other OBS can hear it, so that I can overlay them. There was one video early on where I didn't pay attention to that, and my audio was off by like 4 seconds, and it was awful. And I didn't know what to do about it because I didn't know what I was doing when I was editing, and so I did nothing about it, and it is still out there. I don't even know which episode of the Enterprise that is, but it's out there. So yeah, I gotta say that like having the proper stuff, like just learning how to edit, like learning how to edit was probably the hardest part in the very beginning of this. Like I had zero editing experience before it. Like when we were podcasting before, my buddy Matt would do it, and he would just like we'd give him the recording, and then he'd magically show up with an edit, and we're like, cool, it's out. When I went to go put together the first video, I'm like, you got to do what? You got to do how? You got to do what now? And I go back and watch some of those videos, and I'm just like, oh my. So yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, I just, it's crazy, like from where it was until where it is now. Like, I mean, I can't even, like, the fact that in one night I passed over 100 subs. Like, I don't, Todd, that's insane, dude. Like, insanity. Like, I don't even, like, what's gonna happen when I look at YouTube? Like, I always look at the YouTube after stream, um, just to kind of see like what watch time looks like, because one of the things with YouTube is you want watch time. And got your text, Todd.
Did you? Okay, because Dash told me, and I just texted it to you. So
Dash,
I don't know if
got
he
it.
wanted it. I didn't know if he wanted it sit on stream, so that's why I texted it to you. So
Yep, no, we got it, and it is done and done, my friend. We'll be getting that shipped off. I'll figure out how to get all that done. So
yeah, just watch your mailbox, Jody.
watch your mailbox, Jody. We got things coming your way. Don't you worry about that. And I still need to send you. I'm terrible at shipping shit right now, so I need to send you my sticker stuff and all of that jazz. And Steven, if you're still around, let me know if you got your stuff. And Eric, let me know. Okay, well, Howard just sent me some money so that I could buy you some things, Jody. And that's all I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it there. You have a Cerritos coming and something else. And that's all I'm going to say. So we got you, my friend. We'll get you taken care of. I got your address, and I got a couple things to send you as well. So some stickers and a little bit of pass along as well. So yeah, what's funny is like the approach, like, so as Andrew's saying, there's many model building content creators out there who do good build work but bad editing, and it hurts their channels. Um to me, one of the most important things is the edit. And um I often have a ton of content that needs to be edited, and I don't like releasing a video unless my edit's good. Um, a lot of the times I can edit a video early in the morning, so I'll get up and it roughly takes me, if I have an hour long recording time, it will take me about 2 hours to edit the video. So it's about double the amount of time it takes. For me, it's double. So, okay. So, Steven, you're still around. Jesus Christ, dude. I will go ahead and get those sent out. So, I sent a bunch. Yours went out with Ken's. Yeah, no. So all of that went out with Buck's package and Ken's package that never made it out. I think that something happened with that. Like, I dropped it off in the drop bin area, and I just think something happened. So, Eric, I'll go ahead and get those sent off to you as well. And then anybody who does want, now, do you know how you thank us? By participating, my friend. Just hang out. That's all you got to do. Hang out and build and post your builds and let us watch them. That's all you got to do, man. Thank you. I love it, Andrew. Thank you. Oh God, I got all distracted. What was I talking about?
I don't even remember.
I don't even know either.
That was my job.
It's gone, man. Like it all goes.
That was your brain.
Yep. So I will go ahead and put together all of those little packages. And if anybody would like some stickers, I do have some stickers available. Just go ahead and email me at, which is really cool, jordan@atsmodels.com. I need to put a little graphic up on the screen for that. It is streamer brain 100%, especially when you talk for hours and hours and on.
It's like what Andrew says, it's a service he provides, okay?
That's right. That's right. But yeah, so just jordan@atsmodels.com. So if you want to check out my non-functional website right now, it's up, but I haven't done anything with it. So it's atsmodels.com. But if you want to email me your name and address, go ahead and send that to me, and I'll go ahead and get some stickers sent out, and maybe you might get them. I don't know. We'll see. As it seems to do, but I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff ordered for you, Jody, and we'll get that sent off. Um, awesome. Jody, I had been encouraging you to join for a while, and I'm glad that that one stream happened and we literally dragged you into the group kicking and screaming, and I'm glad you figured it out because you've added so much to the group. So seriously, like, keep up what you're doing, and we're going to do what we do best, and that's all of this. And so yeah, so hit me up on ATS Models, Jordan at atsmodels.com if you would like a set of stickers. I'll get those sent out, and this weekend I will go ahead and get the rest of the things that need to be get shipped out. The thing that I did focus on getting done was Selfish, and that was getting Ken's shipment reshipped so that we can start our buddy build. And so, that is, and Jody is our resident scratch builder, and that's the deal. It's like everybody kind of has their own little niche, and we all have something to share and bring. Link in the chat to the email. I can go ahead and just put that
I
down
can do
there.
that.
Hold on one sec. What's that?
I can do it.
Okay, perfect. Sweet. There's my email address, and then atsmodels.com is my website as well. I need to actually work on it. There's a whole plethora of things you got to do in order to be a content creator these days, and it's amazing that I'm even getting content out. So, but yeah. So I think outside of a little bit of a mess on the bottom here, which I'm not going to worry about too much, and I need to do a little bit more rubbing, just sort of rubbing. We'll get a little of this more off, and then I'm probably on stream tomorrow. I'll go ahead and go through and spray the back. I don't want to go through. I need to clean the airbrush, get that oil out of there, and I don't want to try to create a new batch of thanks, Paul. Really appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, I just don't want to create another batch of oil. I want to get this cleaned up and done. So we'll leave the rest, and we'll call it a stream here tonight. But yeah, did you ever get a Badgie STL? So, where is it? It is right here. So you don't get a Badgie STL, but what they did for this, so this is the com badge that I went ahead and printed. The insert, this comes as two pieces. The insert itself is the Badgie shape, and I think on Thingiverse, I think there is a Badgie STL. So if you want one, let me know. Just let me know. Like I'm super curious. I need to get some more printing done. So I'll try to find it. And if you want one, I'll send it to you. If you guys aren't familiar, Badgie is from Lower Decks, and it's a character created in the holodeck that is a com badge that's supposed to be like a training thing that turns evil. It's pretty hilarious. And they keep bringing it. Yeah, and they brought it back almost every season. And it was pretty amazing. So, see, dude, I can't wait to see what you do. Like, you got like Eric's idea for the scratch build stream is a fantastic idea. And Jody, we need to get you streaming soon so that you can participate in this. And so, I think that getting you in front of everybody and just showing your thought process would be super cool. Would love a badgie. Okay. All right. If you wait a minute, I'll get you a file. I'll get that printed. There's one on printables. Done. So I have a printables account. I'll get you taken care of. So yeah. And then Jody, if you want, I can print you one of these. It's one of the few things that I've mastered printing. So if you want one of these, just let me know. 538.
That's a good haul.
Dude, nuts. You got it, Jody. I got you, my friend. I'll go ahead and send you one of those. And it's going to be just the 3D print, so you get to paint it and model it and do all your things. I sent one to Ken. One's on its way to Andrew. So, yeah, cool. 538 subs, 102 subs in one stream. Super chats. I'm just, thank you, everybody. Thank you. There's still 18 people watching. Thank you. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes down as one of my most watched streams ever. And that is also a huge thank you. You know, like just what it does for the channel. Yep, getting ready for his big printing tour in resins. Yeah, Donnie.
What do you think he's going to print first? It's got to be a mini.
It has to be a mini. It has to be a mini.
It should be a mini that looks exactly like Donnie. Oh my God. And then he has to paint himself. That's what you need to do, Donnie. You need to find a little model that looks like you, maybe with a helmet on, and paint it.
It's over with. Yep, Donnie, you have to do this now.
Oh, he did. Right. He did say he was going to do zombies, but okay, then it needs to be a Donnie zombie. A zombie.
A Donby.
He's collecting a folder of things to print. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yep. And I will just say that if you have any questions about settings, talk to Dave. Like, obviously, seriously, talk to Dave. He just knows. He's a wizard with basically, looks like there's supposed to be trivia at work tonight, and it looks like our trivia person never showed up. Whatever.
Excellent.
Whatever. I don't care. Don't have to pay $150 for the trivia person tonight, so that's cool. And I just get totally off track again. Streamer brain, it's done. I'm done. I think it's time to go get some food and do a little bit of relaxing. So I think that's what I got for you guys tonight. Todd, again, thank you for this thing that I'm pointing at right now. Look at that. Look at that. Just right up there. Just oh, there we go. 20 millimeters or 20 cent or what is it? 20 millimeters? Yeah.
Everybody take a picture of that. I'll knock his phone with it.
Yes. Thank you for that. And thank you for thank you, Jody. Thank you for the little subscriber thing, dude. Like, seriously, freaking amazing. Like, that is just amazing. Oh, God. It's happened once in the last week. Let's hope it doesn't happen this week.
I think that's for the camera.
Right. Buck been around or still hungover? What was Buck hungover? I don't know.
Well, he's almost retired.
Buck, he's probably in party mode, and Buck was pretty honest. He said that he spends his Thursday nights playing Fallout, and as a massive Fallout fan, I understand and respect this. I can't make Buck streams because he streams when I'm at work. So once again, you know, it just, we catch each other's streams when we can, and that's the beauty and the curse of all doing this. Like, when we all stream, sometimes, like with Andrew lately, I haven't been able to catch his streams on Saturday nights because I've been busy, you know. And so for any time that you guys spend with me watching me do this, I really like all the lines that I drop at the end of my streams and my videos. I know there was a million things you could have done, but literally I know that there was a million things you could have done today. And so to be able to share a couple of hours with you guys is pretty amazing. And you know, to I am going to say it. But I'm going to wait just a second. You know, thanks, Stephen.
God, he's still
But
going. Ian's a
dude,
trooper. Paul's a trooper.
Stephen and Paul are they're what, 8 hours ahead of me right now? Are
Yes.
they what, 8 hours ahead?
I think there's 7 ahead of me. Yeah. Yeah.
It's early morning, Stephen. Thank you. He said the thing. He's gonna say it. He's gonna say the thing. He's there was a million things. Yeah, I will say this about my job. When I'm there and I don't need to be there anymore, I'm able to just go. But I have this problem where I just don't go. It's 3 a.m. Thank you. So, on that note, thank you, Todd. That is stupid o'clock in the morning. Thank you for producing and for hooking up with all the subs. Howard, thank you for the incredible gifts. They are going to go towards modeling related projects. I can tell you that right now. And Jody, we got something coming your way. So I'm going to get you taken care of and we'll get that shipped off here very soon. So, otherwise, my friends, I will be back on Friday and Sunday with Hobby Time Modelers. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be dropping the nacelle mod for the Enterprise D. And then on Sunday, we have the buddy build with Ken. And then next week, another full week of episodes. So otherwise, yeah, Jordan Groupies Unite. I love it. I like the idea of Jordan Groupies. Like I wanted to be a rock star when I was younger. So hey, that sounds pretty freaking awesome. So thank you guys so much. So for Chase and Jody and Howard and Andrew and Eric and Steven and Donnie and Ken and God, there's a lot of people here tonight. Let's see. James was around in the very beginning. And if I missed you, it's because there was a lot of you, and I just have to say that that's pretty damn cool. So thank you guys. Jody, welcome to the family. We're a bunch of weirdos, and so are you. So sorry about that. And on that front, my friends, that's what I got for you tonight. And I just want to say thank you. I know that there was a million things y'all could have done today. Instead, you spent a couple hours with me watching me stain a model, and I think that's pretty damn cool. If you guys have any questions or comments, tips, tricks, please leave them down below. Like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. Holy shit. And I just totally got myself off track. Channel, please like and subscribe. And my friends, until we see each other again, I hope you all have a wonderful day in this beautiful world where we happen to be. And just remember that this is the way. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.